happened. Push the button, nothing happened. There we go. I pushed the button and nothing happened. Didn't know what was wrong. I went to push the button again, but there was no button. And then it went live, so I guess we're live. Hello, everybody. Kim's in there combing her hair. She'll make her appearance in a couple of minutes. And so in the meantime, I'll say hi to a few people. So it's, there we go, Mexican Spec, right on the hour. Saying the manual was put in the base, the manual was put in the base model cars over there generally. Here the car was fully loaded. Hippie Long says, sitting in the dark here. Power has been out for about 28 hours. Oh my God. Is it cold enough you can put your food outside? I used to do that, put food outside when I was out in the mountains in California, because I had a wood box out there. I put my food in there in the wintertime because power would go out. But, and here we could do that when it was cold, but we didn't have to.
28-hour power outage.
Yes. Should be, okay, so Hot Rod Guy Garage. I haven't said hi to everybody yet, Kim.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Hi.
We were struggling with all kind of issues, right?
Weird
down
stuff,
in the line.
glitchy things that we don't usually get.
Our whole vertical monitor that has all the chat on it just black.
It lost its settings for some reason.
And for some reason, the settings where you can move different monitors to different places, it just all went back to original. I don't know why. So we got it now.
He started shouting. It was
I started getting mad at it. You know, it's like, what the hell? Everything works. And it's not like it didn't work tonight. It's like it was all working and it just, piff, went back to default settings that it had on day one. I don't know. But we got it all back.
Solar flares.
We got it all
Ghosts
back.
in the machine. JB is here as well. A tree shorted out 2 lines together. We saw it all. Was way cool visually, says Hippie Long.
But then that's the end.
Did the transformer explode? I have seen that before.
It's
loud and bright as all heck. It's like the biggest welding flash you ever saw in your whole life.
My first radiator shop was kind of down low and the street went up like this, but the building was behind me. And I was looking I was looking away from the hill, and a transformer up behind my shop blew up. And I remember it was nighttime. It was almost dark. I think it was dark. Everything out in front of me, there was a car dealership and everything just went, everything just had this green hue to it. And then everything went dark.
Look. Does nothing special, says YouTube keeps saying something went wrong.
Oh,
that was the problem he was having. He rebooted his computer and everything. He was flipping out.
I rebooted my computer because I thought that was the problem. But that wasn't the problem. YouTube has some kind of issue going on right now.
Their homepage is not displaying properly.
Found a workaround.
Well, yeah, you just
click
something else.
It's like when you're flying an airplane and something vital quits working, you find a workaround so you can fly the airplane, you know?
I can't live without my YouTube home feed.
God. So, let's see. Does nothing special here. Yep. And who else is here? Pendio
Bread?
Joe or Yo? Pendio Bread. Good evening. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is that a Yo or a Joe?
I don't know. Maybe they're a new sponsor.
So you're here?
Hello.
Mexican
Spec says it's working in Mexico. Well, good for you, Mexico.
But things in Mexico work quite well. We've noticed that when you're going down the road, things work.
Braden's having issues too.
Yeah, YouTube is not working. Yep. Okay, good. Well, I know it's not just me.
Well, just be patient. They've got people on it right now.
In Mexico, when they're going down the road and they get to a toll booth, and there's a lot of them, sometimes like the person in the toll booth isn't working.
Pendejo.
And okay,
pendejo.
Thank you. So just people take over the toll booth and they got a box and they collect the money. I'm sure that's not official.
Silly old Aussie land bloke says, hey folks, my other me is still at Kiwis. That's right. On Tuesday nights, we are up against our fiercest competitor, the Kiwi.
Here's what
He's
happened.
streaming live on Tuesdays.
So Kiwi and us, we overlap perfectly. So it's not good for either of us. So we moved an hour later. So at least we only overlap by an hour now.
He's
So-
a working guy. He has to be up early in the morning, so he doesn't stream into the deep night. And we are night owls.
And we'll keep going for a while.
But this is our prime time night, so we don't like to start too late because
That's right.
we have a lot of friends in the Eastern time zones, so it's an hour later for them already. So they might want to go to bed, but well, either watch us side by side, or watch him for a while and come over here. I don't care what.
That's a serious YouTube
I don't care
viewer.
what you do.
Have 2 channels
That's
going
right.
lives at the
I
same
know.
time.
Who
And
would
then-
have multiple
and then what?
screens, right?
And then what? You'd want 3 or 4.
Well, you could watch us on the bigger screen, and you can watch him on the phone. He start talking about
Oh.
something you like.
Look
I
at
don't-
this. Senior and Sons. Hello, my YouTube on TV is down for some crazy reason. Ours was down just like 5 minutes before we went on. I couldn't make it
Several
work.
people have mentioned they're having problems with the YouTube homepage not displaying properly.
I rebooted this computer thinking it was me, but that didn't fix it. And I figured out it was YouTube. I found a workaround so we could get started, but it was a workaround. And I'm hoping everybody can get here. It looks like they are. They're finding workarounds and getting here.
D-Man says the Late Show with Buff and Kim. The Late Show is trade TM. We can't use that. So we're cleanup crew with Buff and Kim and Buff and Kim.
Yes. Mark, so we have 12
It's
YouTube.
12 tabs. There
See,
you go.
that's how I am in my bedroom, but I'm not usually doing
And
lives
he
in there.
wonders why his computer comes to a grinding halt.
You know what? Years ago I bought that computer and I bought the best one I could because I knew it would last the most years. Well, yeah, it's coming to the point where I need another new one. So anyway, and this is going all right. This is
Tim
good.
says he's having issues with YouTube past half hour. They must have a server down or something
They have
like
something jacked up.
So
Yep.
yeah, so quite a few of us. I'm glad you made it. You fought through, and you made it. So I am Kim of Kim Fixes Things. I am here tonight because
Tim's
it's
here too.
Tuesday and because we are in the studio. I'm here with Buff Del Campo, the namesake of our channel, and your host. I am co-host. I am studio engineer. I should be smaller and in the background because I'm less.
No,
less
the
important.
engineer, nothing. I started having problems tonight, and in our big vertical monitor, it's a 55-inch monitor that's out in front of us, and it's vertical, and that's where all the chat is. And I can read it from across the room because it's big, and it's pretty nice. That just went black. I'm like, Kim!
He panicked, and I was like, "Just chill, we'll figure it out." And for some reason, I just lost the settings on the third screen. I've got 1, 2, 3 screens, and he's got 1, 2, and I can connect to his second screen to bring it up to here,
Someday
and we've got the green screen. It's
Someday
a pretty production studio thing.
We'll have a second camera. We can take a sweep through here.
We
and show
do
it,
that
but-
sometimes, but we kind of gave up on that because the second camera. Anyways,
And now,
we're glad
What's
you're
this?
here.
Chula Vista. Chula Vista. Oh, what's going on here? Chula Vista. Is that in the Santa Barbara area? Demon Buff, probably a driver update or glitch. I don't know. It's like there were 2 things going on. There's a YouTube problem.
Michael Keel says YouTube's not working right here in
Yeah.
Burleson, Texas. But you found us still.
Yeah,
So that's determination. You're like, wait, I don't care if YouTube's not working. I don't want to miss the Buff and Kim show. So here
I'm
we
gonna
are.
scoot over this way a little bit. 'Cause
Tonight, the topic for tonight, we went back to just picking a year. And the year we've selected is 1989. So we're going to talk about cars from the late 80s. If you owned one and you want to talk about it, if there's something you really hate about the cars from the late 90s, what really
it's
got
not
you?
late 90s. It's late 80s.
Late 80s. Did I say 90s?
You
twice
said
already?
90s.
Sorry. Late 80s, early 90s. That was the future that cars from the 90s were coming in. I was thinking about it today. The gap between 1979 and 1989 is only 10 years. For some reason, there's like time dilation. When I think of 70s and then like the late 80s, that's like a huge gap, you know? But that's like the whole thing is like way history now. Anyways, these cars are antiques, not just classics, antique
It's not
cars
that car behind
now.
us. That car behind us. It's not that long ago. You
That's
could
an
shrink us.
antique car.
I was driving one of those, and that
Yeah.
was my car.
I remember when that was a brand new car.
Well, mine wasn't new, but it was when I had that. It was probably 8 or 9 years old, something like that. It was a great car. I loved driving that thing.
Les
But
Little Saber wants to know if anything happened in 1989. I can't remember. I don't know. It's the Mandela effect. The time travelers keep going back to the 80s and fiddling with things. Somebody tried to shoot Reagan in the early 80s.
oh, I
Man,
remember.
did
I
that
remember.
scramble the
They didn't
timelines.
just
Don't go
try.
shooting at presidents.
They didn't just try. They got him.
No, they didn't. He's not dead. Well, he's dead now.
They shot him, and he lived through it.
Right.
He was laying
Yeah,
there.
but not the first
He was laying there in
time.
the hospital, and they're about to put the whatever they're going to put him under.
Do you remember if
And
Reagan was shot or not?
wait a minute,
Because that's a Mandela effect thing.
you're not going to let me.
Go ahead.
They're about to put him under so they could do the surgery on him after he was shot. And Reagan was a guy that liked to joke around, and he says to the doctors, "I hope you're all Republicans," which I thought was kind of funny. And as it turned out, they weren't.
That meant something
But you know,
different in 1982.
but you know what? They still they took care of him, and he was up and around not too long after.
Louise says The Little Mermaid. Was that a 1989 movie?
I
So,
don't know.
anyways, the way we do it is just to keep things rolling. We usually show some pictures on our green screen. If we may choose to travel through time
In a dino room.
via our dino room, or to our dino room. Anyways, I don't know.
How do you like that? How that dinosaur can make that smoke go down that volcano?
Yeah, well, it's the smoking that got the dinosaurs in the end. Um,
Oh, who is it here? I just saw this. It kind of went by my eye.
what's that?
Oh, it was JB. Says, dang, I meant to send pics of an 89 6000 STE. You know, those A-body GM cars, I had Chevrolets, I had Buicks, I had Oldsmobile, one Oldsmobile. Always wanted a Pontiac 6000, and I never got one. I drove one once, and I really liked it because it had all the buttons on the steering wheel, and it was... But I wanted a four-cylinder because I like the Iron Duke Pontiac, and I know a lot of people don't. But I did not have good luck with the 3.1 and the 2.8 engines.
Boy, were these...
I had nothing but trouble with those things.
Didn't
Yeah.
they make a two-door of this?
No,
No.
but I always wanted a Pontiac 6000, never got one. Well, now they're just old, and
Yeah.
cash for clunkers came around, and that probably all missed it.
Yeah, and being a four-door, no one probably paid them much mind in the collector market, so they just drove them into the ground. I don't see any of these around.
Oh man,
Never.
that
They're all used up. What were these? Like the 3.1 V6?
they were 3.1s or the 2.5 Iron Duke.
Iron Duke.
The
and
sideways
this.
Iron Duke. Well,
Well, that'd
I
be
had
a
a-
very economical.
I
car
had
to
a
drive
couple of them.
around.
I had a couple of them with Iron Dukes, but they were not Pontiacs. They were the other A bodies, which were, what were those things called? Chevrolet Celebrity, Buick Century, and Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra. And yeah, I had a couple of them with. I had quite a few of those cars, but I just never had a Pontiac 6000.
D-Man says he had a 6000 STE. It was black with gray cloth interior. Oh man, I can see that gray cloth interior in my mind. There was so many of these around.
That's what I
D-Man
didn't
said
like.
his was front-wheel drive. Yeah, I don't remember an all-wheel drive variant of this
Yeah, the
car.
6000. There was an STE, all-wheel drive.
Really?
And that's one a lot of people wanted. I didn't really care if I had that. That just looked like complexity to me. but I just wanted one of those because I think they
Well,
look good, you know.
yeah,
But I
but that
just
would
never
have been
got
a
one.
competitor to like a Subaru or
Oh, can you imagine that in the snow with all-wheel drive? That would have been a nice car, you know.
I mean, it would have been all right.
I got a lot of pictures to show, Kim.
Oh, that's great. So we do welcome everybody to send pictures. I have the internet, obviously. We can see the world via my internet connection, but we also welcome you to send pictures of your own shop, your car, your cat, whatever.
We have
Uh,
pictures here like
we
that.
like seeing those every week. It doesn't matter what the topic is. We always want to see
If you can
what's
swap
going on with you.
if you can swap to my screen.
I would gladly swap to your screen.
Okay. This is one of the last emails I
Gladly.
have in, but I'm going to show it first because we tend to do that here. And this is,
A furry friend.
you know who that is.
It looks like Faith's kitty
That's
again.
Faith's kitty.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to know Faith's kitty, but I don't remember. Do you remember Faith's kitty's name?
I don't remember Faith's kitty's name, but there's Faith. What is that she has? Oh, I'm
It
not
looks
gonna.
like a vape. It says,
I'm
"I
not.
know I should go outside to smoke, but I don't like going
Okay.
outside
And
by
there's
myself in the dark."
and
I
there's
understand.
Faith. And
And the kitty, I forget the kitty's name.
there that I like cats.
So furry. That's right, El Gato.
El Gato. We have a thing up at the shop called El Gato. What is that? That's some way of manipulating
Oh, that's
views or
how I
something.
can view my camera. It pipes the camera's output into the computer so I can use
So
it on the
anyway,
screen.
so it seems like recently we've been starting the show with Faith. So we did that. Now I have some other 89 cars to show. So I'm going to try to bring them up.
So if you're not aware, you can
Oh, why did
send
that
you can
happen?
send pictures
I don't know why
uh,
that happened.
to his email, and we'll get them during the show if you are here live. So that email is buffdelcampo@gmail.com. I have manipulated the keyboard to give you that address.
No, Mexican Spec, I know. I pushed the button and I got your stuff,
Ooh, look
which
how
I
pretty.
didn't expect. I don't know why that
Oh,
happened. So I'm
I
going to.
always say I don't want a Volkswagen Bug, but when I see one of those, I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
So I decided to just
This is nice too.
bring it up manually. This is an 89. It's a third gen Firebird, which is this one's I think a Trans Am. But I like these. I always like driving these, but I haven't driven one in
These, for some reason,
long
these are
time.
really hated car.
Why?
They're like people either love them or they hate them.
I do not like T-tops because of twisting, rattling on it, and they leak and stuff. But I like this generation of Firebirds. I like driving them.
The square birds, people are really.
Okay,
If
and
they don't,
why is this happening again? I don't know.
what's wrong?
I'm pushing the button. It usually advances, and it's not. It's going the other direction. I don't know
Oh, maybe it's the last one in your.
Why is this happening?
Oh, I don't know. Try
Something's
it. Try it.
changing.
Oh,
Okay,
Land Rover.
I guess it's going to be backwards tonight. This is not a Land Rover.
No.
This is a
Volvo?
Skoda Trekka, actually made in New Zealand. And I
Oh,
brought it
wow.
in for the New Zealand bunch, but they're probably still over at Kiwis.
Yeah, just wait. Come back
So
to that.
there's actually a car built in New Zealand. So I thought I'd bring that up. And it said it was from 89, but I don't think it is. I think this is just, I don't know.
There's another one. Now
Here's a
this is a
Buick.
2-door, so this is a.
This is just like the one
Is it
that,
like a Century?
like mine. No, this is a LeSabre, but this one's a
Les-
T-type, and the
LeSabre.
T-type has some logos around. Oh, I need to go back to mine.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll go. That one's mine.
I never got to finish my introduction.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know we're rolling really fast here because I'm so stacked up with pictures. It's crazy.
Oh, well, don't get freaked out. We've got hours to go.
So this one is not mine, but it's just like mine. For some reason, Kim, the picture on the screen, I can't make it small enough to show the whole car.
I could shrink it a
A little
bit
more.
See, but now it's not as.
I can adjust it from this end a little bit. Okay, so there's two differences between mine and this one. This one has a little chin spoiler up front, a split or whatever it is, which came from the T-type. Mine wasn't a T-type, and mine did not have that thing on the front, and mine didn't have tinted windows.
Woo! Heavy Lugs power came back on. Sorry.
After more than a day, well, things are starting to work. Okay, so this other one is a T-type. It has that goofy little spoiler in the back that doesn't do anything. And it has a bunch of T-top logos all over it, and it does have the splitter up front. But I just want to show the differences. That car, that maroon one, that is just one of my favorite cars. Except the engine's seized up on it. Whoever had it before me, the oil looked like grease. It's just somebody didn't take care of it. So, anyway.
The world is so full of that. With what cars cost, you think people would take better care of them?
And then this one is...
we have one just like that almost.
That's an 89. Yeah, it's a different color. It's kind of maroon colored, I think. Been a while since I looked at it. But Kim has one of these that needs some work, and she got it, and it has a bad engine. But they also gave her...
Oh, I don't know if the engine's bad. They started taking stuff apart. I don't know why.
But they also gave you a good engine, a supposed good engine. So she's got two engines for the car.
Engine.
So I don't know what we're going to do with
Been
that.
sitting in the back of the truck for a year. I don't know if it's any good anymore.
D-Man says, what was the small hot Olds two-door head of the quad 4? That would be an Oldsmobile Achieva. And I had one of those with the quad 4. Those engines, and mine had a 5-speed in it. It was pretty nice, but those engines were a pain in the ass. Like the water pump was driven off the cam chain, which means you had to pull the oil pan and you had to have that engine so far apart to put a water pump on it, and then you could get the two cams messed up. They were just such a terror to work on, and there was no room in there because that end of the engine was right up against the inner fender, which is part of the unibody.
Oh, Inspector Bruce made it in.
Inspector Bruce is here.
In.
Welcome. So, but they were fast. I think that thing I had was 190 horsepower, which at the time for a little front driver was quite a bit. And you could really whomp on it, and it had tiny torque steer, but not much, you know. D-Man says he loves the 300ZX. We have one. We don't know what we're going to do with it yet.
This is a rear-wheel drive car. It has a 3-liter engine. They had turbo and both turbo and non-turbo versions, and some versions of this car even had like rear steer and stuff like that built into it. There was some really fancy. I think a lot of people say the downfall of this car is it was like too advanced. It had a lot of fancy computer stuff. Lester LeSabre said he had an 86 300ZX. Nightmare complications in the car. Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of wires under the hood.
I want to make a rat rod out of hers, but it's her car, so she's going to have the last call on that.
What'd you want to do? Put it on a truck frame?
Yeah, I want to put it on a different frame and put a big V8 up front and make it stupid, you know.
Woohoo, stupid!
And we have plenty of parts to do something crazy like that, but Olive's here. Oh, she says she'll be here soon. It looks like you're here now. Dougster's here. Now we don't have any fear.
Kiwi. Welcome in, Dougster. Potato to you, my friend.
That quad 4 engine went 232 miles per hour on a closed track with AJ4. Yeah, they were a fast engine, but man, they were just. I had a couple of used cars I was trying to sell with those things, and I had to go into the engine. Just a nightmare. So, and it's because of where it was. I think if you pulled it out and you knew the engine well, it would be a different story. But trying to work on it in the car, you had to do. I had a lift, and I had engine mounts undone and another big stand, and trying to move the engine around enough that I could take what I would call the front, which is on the right side of the car, trying to get it apart to do a water pump is like. Now I couldn't charge for it because it's my car. I'm trying to fix it so I can sell it, you know, and people didn't want them a lot. I forgot to talk about that car I put up there. Where is my
JB
cursor?
says Turbo Grand Prix, first Pontiac with a HUD.
Yeah, look at the HUD. You can see the HUD there.
What do you mean HUD?
It's a heads-up display. It lights up the windshield.
Oh.
It lights up the windshield with everything. Hey, Crashes Roadrunner Garage is here. Good evening. So, I had a friend that had one of these, and I drove it quite a bit, and I liked that car. I really liked driving that car. And it was probably 3 or 4 years old when she got it, and I drove it quite a bit. And it was a pretty decent car.
Some of the
It was
90s
new.
models, Grand Prix, were pretty slick cars, like really performance-y. Like they really
one-
had some good stuff.
The one I drove did not have a supercharger, turbo, or anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They started putting
it
them
had-
with a 3.8 supercharged engines and that's what they put in the Buick Grand National. Was it about the same?
Yeah, hers had a 3.8, but it was not turbo. But it was
pretty hot stuff.
Oldsmobile had HUD first in 1988. Pontiac and Nissan came out with it in 89.
Okay. Very nice.
There was a Corvette I drove that for a while. Oh, I know what that was a rental car. It was it was much later. It was an '08. Is that right? I don't remember now.
This is a fancy car.
It had a HUD on it. It was an
Buddy likes
Hertz.
how the door
Hertz,
handle is on the window frame.
Oh yeah, that was those things just they pulled out out and down like this, but they break inside. So I remember having those things on the used car lot where I had to fix them, and I had to take that all apart and going out the wrecking yard. Every one you find is broken, you know. So then you got to order parts from Pontiac.
Mark Sauvé asks, was the HUD kind of doubled up on the windshield because of the laminated windshield? I always wondered about that.
I think it was to get it level or something. I don't know. I never drove one of these with the HUD. I drove, like I said, a Corvette much later with a HUD, and then I had a Grand Prix, an '07 on a mini lease for a while, and it was it had a HUD. I really liked that thing. I really liked it. That's when everybody went nuts about no texting while you're driving, and I said they should just put half the keyboard on each side of the steering wheel and just only allow like 8 or 10 characters and put it on the HUD, you know. Then you could look where you're going. You know, you focus it at infinity, and you could look where you're going. But, man, you know, regulators don't like to solve things with technology. They like to just make it illegal. So we're still stuck in that. No texting while driving. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have it up on the windshield. You just look through it. People are going to text anyway. At least then they wouldn't crash into you. Which I've had happen, you know, like 6 times. I've had people poking at their phones and crash into me when I'm sitting at a red light.
Doug just says, what's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
What?
And he says that he loved the original Spaceballs, can't wait for the sequel. Yeah, they are making a sequel, aren't they? That's kind of neat.
Oh, I guess Gmail is down on my end, says Hot Rod Garage. Oh, there's some kind of internet problem because something.
We were having weird glitches today.
Yeah, there's something wrong with YouTube.
A bunch of people have
there's YouTube issues.
Indirect is here. Welcome in.
So anyway, the short story is I liked driving these things when they were fairly new. Haven't seen one in many years.
D-Man says old Zalero. How different was that from the Pontiac?
The old Zalero was very similar, same body. Or Aero. Oh, he says Olds Aero. A-E-R-O, not Alero. So you're going to put something on the screen.
I think it is Alero, though.
You think he meant Alero? Okay, that could be what he meant. Okay, some of those pictures you have there, that's an Alero. I think that's the same body as the Grand Prix. A little later, though, that's like,
Or is that about the same as a Grand Am? It was a Grand Am.
No, I don't think so. No, because the Grand Am and the Olds Achiever were the same body. But the You can look up Achieva. The Alero. The thing is, this was kind of a mid-sized car, and they had the quad fours in them, and I didn't really like that. I didn't like that engine after. Yeah, there's a Achieva. Yeah, the Achieva I had was a two-door. It was kind of a maroon color, and it was.
JB says the Alero is the same as a Grand Am.
Yeah, the Alero. No. The Alero, isn't the Alero like a Grand Prix? The same body as a Grand Prix? I may be wrong, but I think it is. Oh, he says the Intrigue was the same as a Grand. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, because the Alero, what happened? The Alero replaced the Achieva. You know, these companies, they're so stupid. The marketing department. Yeah, I had a couple of those.
Ugh.
I like those things. Man, those are nice.
We always got ones that were there was a time on like Craigslist that there was a zillion of these with bad head gaskets. You know, if you let the water get low, they warp the heads, and then
you could have the quad four in them, but the ones I liked had 3.3 Buicks in them, which is the same engine as the 3.8, just smaller. It's just fewer cubic inches, but it was the 3.3 liter. Man, what a great car. I drove those things all over the place. I had two of them, and I had a black one and a red one. I sold the black one. It sold right away, and it was the better of the two. But I drove the other one around a lot.
Wow, these cars.
What was wrong? You don't like them.
They're all the same.
What do you mean? I love those things.
All the same.
I would love to have one.
Plastic on them.
You know what happened with these? They all disappeared in the
Cash for Clunkers sucked
yeah,
a bunch of these cars up.
They're just gone.
But you know what else is it got to be where they were harder to work on. They were front wheel drive. They all wore out at about the same 130 to 150,000 miles. You could get more out.
Well, it depends on which engine they had. The 3.3, which is like a 3.8 Buick, looked just like a 3.8 Buick. Those things run and run and run and run. Man.
But the transmissions would go out.
I never had a problem with them.
I mean, well, maybe not, but they were newish for you still. I just remember a time where they all were old and problematic. You know what I mean? Like, it was like they were a dime a dozen. There were so many of them around, and they were all problems. You didn't want one anymore.
Tim says, I'm back. YouTube tossed me out. Yeah, YouTube's got problems right now. We had a hard time getting on here. So right now we're going.
We're fortunate.
And then Indrex says 3.1. I would do anything now to avoid the 2.8 and the 3.1 engines. I hate those things. Every one of them I had broke internally. They'd start knocking and then something would break. And I had so many bad ones. I didn't want a car with a 2.8 or a 3.1. They're just so many bad ones out there.
Probably Braden. It's the Democrats. They're just like that.
Okay,
surely a political thing.
Can we go back to my screen?
I thought we were on your screen.
No, we're not. We're on your screen.
Oh, I forgot we were on my screen. Hold on.
My friend had the Petty Edition Grand Prix with the 4-cam V6. It had power. It was, I know what engine that is. I think it's a 3.4. There's also hot garbage. That particular engine was, they were problematic, but they were fast. He finally sold the car because of the issues. Indrex says, understand something. Oh, Mike N's here. Good evening. My high school PE teacher used to have that exact Grand Am. My buddy would work on it to get out of PE. What was it, a 4-cylinder? The 4-cylinders suck. Okay, so this car, what did this one? It says, we're doing 1989 cars. It says 89 Ford Orion. Kim, can you move your head a little so we can see the license plate? Okay, does anybody know where this is from? I have never seen one of these. Never heard of it until today. When I was researching 1989 cars, this came up. I
This
have
is AI.
I have no idea.
There's no such thing as this car. It's imaginary. It's an AI hallucination.
That it could be, or it's
Welcome in, Main Street Mopar. I
what
thought you were here already.
I
Did
was
you leave and come back?
I was searching for cars from New Zealand, specifically because we always cover down under cars from Australia because that's where most of them are made. So I searched New Zealand. This popped up, but that license plate doesn't look New Zealandish, and I don't know what it is. So just wonder if anybody knows. Mexican spec says it has to be the steering wheel is on the wrong side. Oh,
That's how you know. That gives it away.
because I was searching cars from New Zealand when this came up. So we'll do it later if the New Zealand crowd comes in. We'll look at it.
They're not coming around for another
Till Kiwi's done. Yeah, I know.
24 minutes. When Kiwi's done, they'll all come in.
And this is also right-hand drive. Figaro. This is a little tiny Nissan. These are so cool because I've seen people drive them on YouTube, but they're never in the U.S. They wouldn't let these in. Orion was sold in Europe, says JB. Oh, okay. Indirect says Orion, yes. Indirect says in Europe. Okay. So it's right-hand drive, so it was maybe from, that one may have been from England. I don't know.
Cars 2? Yeah, I think there was one of these in the car movie. This is like a golf cart.
You know how much fun that would be to zip around in a nice in-town car, you know?
Yeah, in town.
And I would much prefer we go to smaller cars instead of these. Every year we have a truck that's bigger and bigger and bigger truck with one person riding around in it. What the hell are we doing?
You know what? You could probably put ramps and just drive this up into a full-size truck bed.
And then I was searching for New Zealand cars.
That's not from 1989.
Yeah, it is. It's a Falcon. I think it is 89. I was searching for 89.
No way.
Why are you saying? What do you think that's from?
Those cars were all gone by 89.
We didn't even have them here. That's in New Zealand.
That's old body style, though. That's like
Okay,
from
we'll
the
have
70s.
to when
I mean, maybe they were still producing it, but it's like a holdover. Because all those body styles died in the fuel crunch that happened at the end of the 70s.
and one of our mods sent this in.
It's chocolate.
This is from. Oh, who's this from? I gotta go look. I gotta look to see what my emails look like so I remember. Oh man, I got a lot of emails. Man, do I have a lot of emails. It came from Kevin. It came from Kevin Smith. I'm sorry. I'm so far behind in the emails right now.
You're not far behind.
Kevin Smith. This is a Valentine's Day thing that he got many years ago, but he says now he doesn't want to eat it because it's so cool. Direct his yellow. I don't know what that is. Oh, this yellow is 1999. Oh, just kidding. I don't know. That yellow car looks like Aussie.
Carget?
Oh, I think he means Charger. No, it's a Ford. It's a Falcon. I think we'll show it later when the that crowd is here. Where the heck is my button? Where's the button disappeared? I'm just gonna kill this and put a new one up. Okay, so now we're to. Oh, silly old bloke from Aussie land. Aussie Falcon, 72 or 73. Okay, you're right. It wasn't 89. It was 72 or 3. Okay, so I searched for 1989 cars from New Zealand, and that came up. Some inaccurate stuff. Man, all the mods now have this stupid shield. It looks like a box. You know what it is? I think they're trying to make you look like cops, which I don't like. I like the wrench. But we have no control over that. We get a little box now, or a shield, or whatever.
We can't pick what our mods get? There ought to be a checkbox somewhere. Well, that's They really missed an
So
opportunity there.
this is, you like this? This is Mexican specs. You like that color?
It's so pretty, and the details, like the wheels and the brake calipers and the roof thing, and it just looks really fresh and nice. That's a clean little Volkswagen as far as, I don't know what it looks like underneath, but I'm expecting that it looks just as good.
I am lost why this is working the way it is.
I don't
I
know.
have no idea why
There
my
it
pictures
goes.
are. I'm looking at them in order here, and they're not coming up in order there.
Oh, I don't
Okay,
know.
there. We're gonna go this direction now.
Boy, that's a
Pendejo bread. Buff,
that
don't arrest me. What do you mean, don't arrest you? What did I say? Does it have heated seats? Does it have heated seats?
I'm sure it doesn't have heated seats because it's in Mexico. They didn't even have heaters in cars in some
Oh,
places in Mexico.
it's like when I was in Hawaii. A lot of cars had heater delete. Getting a brand new car in Hawaii and there's no heater. Man, I had a Chevy Nova over there, like about a 68 or 9, rusty Chevy Nova. No heater in it. Just no heater controls, no heater box. Let's see. The lens flares are a nice touch. The lens flares.
He could be talking about 3 cars ago.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's
this one,
okay.
this
Sometimes
one,
it's hard for the chat to keep up with the way.
you can tell this is a Mexican Beetle because the turn signals are not up on top of the fender. They're down in the bumper.
Does he say what year that is?
I think I asked Mexican Spec to send me some 1989 cars, and he says,
Because this has the solid bumper. Like it doesn't have the compression bumpers on it or anything like
well,
that.
because
So
it's
it seems like
Mexican.
they never used that, huh?
Well, I think they used them when it was available and it was all they had, but they didn't require them. And they didn't export these to the U.S. after, well, I don't know what the last Beetle was in the U.S. So they continued with,
Yeah, we don't
uh,
need no stinking collision stuff.
they continued
It's
with,
an 89, says Mexican Spec. So that means it's fuel injected. Oh man, that's such a cute car.
and the turn
I wish
signals
I had
are in
an
the
extra
bumper.
20 grand lying around.
Don't we all wish we had an extra 20 grand laying around?
Everybody. Yeah. I
We
mean,
had no super,
extra 20
and
grand.
they had no Super Beetle crap. The Super Beetle, the front wheels were, let me get in there, the front wheels were further out like this because they had McPherson struts instead of the old-fashioned torsion torsion plates with the trailing arms. But those were okay.
Oh, Mexican Spec says they didn't get fuel injection till 93.
We didn't even have Beetles in 93.
Yeah, they were gone out of here.
Look at the interior on that. Isn't that nice?
I mean, it's clean, but I was hoping for something fancier.
But look at the steering wheel. It's like
It looks
a
good.
newer car, yeah.
Well, yeah. No, that's good.
But it still looks like a VW Beetle dashboard, with the speedometer and the speaker and the way
Yeah,
they
they
were.
didn't mess it up. Although the new Beetles, the redesign, the worst thing is I really think they missed the boat. I don't know why they didn't put the motor in the back of the new Beetles. I don't know why. I guess
Because their whole line was front drive by then.
you know what? The other thing is collision. They put the motor in front, and it's
Oh, that's your padding.
it is.
They used
It
to have a
is,
spare
yeah.
tire up front that helped. I got to remember this. Pendejo bred the last Beetle coupe in U.S. was 77 for hardtop, 79 for convertible, which were all Super Beetles.
Yeah, they would have been.
Yeah, Mike Enns, dang, 93. Yeah, 93. They had. When did you finish with um the Beatles in Mexico? Is what, 99 or 2000 or something? Maybe after that.
Doug's just said he was shopping Marketplace for a Devil Bliss,
Devil Biss, yeah, Devilbus.
HVLP paint guns, and they are pricey. But he wants a better one than Harbor Freight.
You know where I found a good deal? I went to Napa store and found a really good gun that's my best paint gun. So I keep it really clean, and that's what I shoot color with. Is the one from Napa. Somebody said that somebody in the chat here a couple of weeks ago told me who made that, and I don't know what it. I don't know what it was. I don't know who made it, but that's a pretty decent one. The little cheap Harbor Freight ones, I just use those for primer, and I use them all the time. And I've got bunches of them because they'd be on sale. I'd always go buy 2 of them or 4 of them when they're on sale. I've got boxes full of them that are new. So when they go bad, I just grab another one, put primer in it, because it's plenty good enough for that.
Hot Rod Guy Garage suggests to Dougster the Black Widow Harbor Freight gun spray awesome.
Well,
There you
and
go. There's some experience in the chat telling you that if you need something,
there's all
give it a
different
try.
grades at Harbor Freight now, you know.
Yeah.
Mexican Spec says it has LED taillights. Yeah, I don't really like that. That looks, I don't know.
I think it looks pretty good. It's put together. Really
At least it has reflectors in them. See, the thing is with taillight lenses, they should be reflective in red, you know, so it does have that. Well, the wood chips here, Tom. Who is that? Joe. I don't know how to pronounce that. Job or Joby or something. Used to take out the passenger seat and use his Beetle to pick up drums of nitro. Said they couldn't quite shut the door all the way, so they would lash it closed with rope.
Wow, you would think he would go with some other vehicle if he knew he couldn't get it in there. Wow.
E-Fog's here. Good evening. Okay, and this is a Mexican Volkswagen bus, which has a liquid-cooled engine in the back and a radiator up front, which we never got that in the U.S. So this is a 1989 car that is Mexico only, which is pretty cool. Okay, and Senior and Sons, yes, the Black Widows are the best Harbor Freight gun. Tim says, I was editing a video to put out a few days ago and noticed someone standing in front of me. Oh, Parquet, yeah. Have you seen that video, the newest video that Tim did?
I didn't get to watch it yet.
Okay, I watched it. And the first thing is there's the back of Old Parquet watching a race. And he's like shooting right over the top of her. So he's got her back in the video.
Guys, if you didn't know, Tim is building up a YouTube channel. He's trying to get some subscribers so he can participate in the No Name Nationals this year, maybe next year. I don't know. This year, I think he's really trying to, and he's been putting together some footage from this past year's No Name Nationals event, and it sounds like he just put up another one. So if you haven't followed him already, check his channel out.
Look at this. And Luis says, I'll be back in 5 minutes to eat KFC for dinner. Man, I didn't know. See, KFC's all over the world, and sometimes I'm surprised where it is. Venezuela, you have KFC. That is wonderful. Okay, and then Mexican Spec just put up a link to Tim's channel, so you can go get subscribed if you're not, if you like his content. But Tim was at No Name Nationals last year, but without a car to race. But he was there.
Nice guy.
And yeah, he walked around and saw all of us. And
Mexican Spec says this is a Caravelle.
Where is this?
It's gone.
Oh.
I'm not scrolling back either because the chat's going too fast. But he said that it's a Caravelle. The owner says it's a Caravelle. I don't know what that means.
What is that? Is that a gas cap on the side way back there? I don't know. What is that, Mexican Spec? Braden says, I want to try a Korean KFC or a Korean Taco Bell. Or I see KFC. There's a guy I watch that's in Thailand, a Russian guy that's escaped, having to do what they want him to do in Russia, young guy. And he and his girlfriend live in I just said it a second ago, Thailand. And I see KFCs all over the place in Thailand. So I know they're around. The passenger models were called the Caravelle. Oh, I see. Hey, Steve Edwards. Hey, did you get my email? Steve, I sent you an email. Because I sent you, or Kim actually went to the post office.
Woo, I went.
So,
I ran an errand.
So we sent and I sent you a tracking number.
I put it in a box.
And it's supposed to be there, but there's a surprise in there. So it's a good surprise. But I want to talk to you on the phone. That's another thing. Maybe you could, if you don't mind, send me a phone number so we can get on the phone and talk for a few minutes. But we don't need to do that till you get the box. But yeah, I'd sure like to. Have one-on-one conversation with you. Oh, here's another picture of this. I don't know why we got a second picture of the front.
Mike says that's where the polonium goes in. That's right.
Look at
It
that.
gets better mileage if you run it on polonium.
What's polonium?
It's the high grade fuel. Polonium.
I thought that would be plutonium. Polonium.
There's regular
And see, here's the back. These things are
gold,
so spacious.
polonium. Yeah, you don't see that in the United States. They didn't ever have those.
Steve
That's
Edwards
special.
says yes, 10-4. Okay, great. 10-4. Yeah, look at this. Speakers down below. This is probably a comfortable thing to ride around in, and with that engine, it's probably really, really
Wow, those look like
reliable. You can buy this.
City bus seats.
You can buy this from Mexican Spec.
Wow. Mexican Spec, is that like stock interior, or is this completely custom? Because I've never seen one of these vehicles. This doesn't look like anything I've ever seen.
You've never been in a Volkswagen bus?
Not like this.
Oh yeah, this one's pretty nice, but yeah, I mean, they have a lot of room in them. You know, because the American ones all have an engine up front, kind of intrusive, and these aren't, you know.
No, Mexican Spec says this is a modified interior.
Okay, here's another Mexican Spec car. This would be an 89. I think that's a Nissan. Something we don't get.
Or Toyota.
I believe it's a Nissan. I can't see the front well enough. But
are there any other pictures?
It's a four-door, but it has the short bed. It says Nissan on the steering wheel, too.
You are right. It's a Nissan.
Yeah, and Mexican Spec says 1989 Datsun 720 Crew Cab. So it says Nissan on the steering wheel, but I guess they call it a Datsun still. I don't know. Look at that. Somebody put a GPS in it.
Yeah, they put a console. It's got a little...
The speakers and the GPS.
It's got some screens and some speakers. Huh.
Okay. Dougster says, Hot Rod, there are 3 Black Widow HVLP guns with different nozzles. What one would you suggest? You know what HVLP is?
High velocity, low pressure.
Ken says, yes, 720. Buddy Carafano. Hey, Buddy Carafano. Was he already here? I haven't seen him, but maybe he was. Good evening anyway, if I missed you. VW Bus, Mexican Spec. Bus. I have a friend years ago, and he was from, man, where's he from? He was from Belgium. And he used to say, he had a Volkswagen Bus. And he said it like there was no letter in the middle. Bus. 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 It's like, what? Oh, God. He spoke English fairly well, and he got stopped by the cops going over to Fresno from the coast, and he's drinking wine while he's driving. Not good. But the cops stopped him. Well, he had one of those oval plates, those old oval license plates on the front, so Highway Patrolman turned around, went and got him, and he got up there, and this guy's name was Steve, and Steve he wouldn't speak any English to this cop. So the cop was standing there going like this, no, no, no. And the cop let him go. It's like the cop didn't want to deal with it because he wasn't speaking English. And so he put the wine away. Oh, geez. Back in the day. 510, 520 was the Datsun car, I think. Oh, the 510 was the car. The 520, I think, was the truck. Braden says it's got to be about 30 miles per hour or more wind speed right now. I can hear a good gust of wind for about, ghost, meaning gust of wind for about a good 10 to 15 seconds. Damn, there's a window like a wind, I think. I don't know. Dougster, 1.2 chip. Gotcha. Thanks. Okay, I'm missing a lot of chat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Hot Rod Guy Garage says he's got a 1.2 tip and he sprayed several cars with it. Cool. Good advice. Good information from somebody who's used the equipment.
See, there it is. It even has a Nissan logo up front on the hood. Has some kind of wide tires on
That's
it.
a good looking truck.
That's a nice looking truck. Yep. Yeah, it looks funny to me because the back wheels look up far forward too far, but that's where they are normally. But normally the beds are longer. But this is a
That's a
crew cab.
Yeah, that's a crew cab.
So that would be, you have that in the U.S. That'd be an unusual truck. That'd be pretty cool. Senior says, I'm back. Tried to subscribe to Tim's page, but my YouTube internet is not. Yeah, YouTube's got some problems. YouTube's really got some
Yeah,
problems
you're not
tonight.
the only one. It's been acting up.
Yeah, I thought I had problems, and
We'll try and remind you next time. That's all you can do.
Yeah,
Tim, it's not your fault. I'm getting cold.
Tim says we had 80-mile-per-hour winds here today, blowing over big rigs on the freeway here. Oh, that's not good. Well, and you're
onto the freeway.
big rigs,
Babies.
big rigs.
Can you imagine
I remember going across Wyoming on I-80 numerous times and seeing they'd pull big rigs into the center divider crossways, but while they're trying to slow down and do that, they get blown over on their side. I remember that. Okay, and then Mexican Spec says this is an 89 Chrysler Phantom, which is a Mexican car.
Ooh.
Oh, that
Digital dash.
that looks kind of cool. I mean, that age, that's 89. One of the first digital things.
It's got kilometers.
Kilometers. Okay, and Senior Son said he sent some pictures too. I am really stacked up with pictures tonight, so I'm gonna try to get through them. Oh, look at that. It says boss on the headlights. Look at these goofy headlights. LED stuff. Let's see.
It does looks like a LeBaron of that year.
That's a nice car.
Now with space age
Look at that.
technology.
You want this car? You can have this car. Mexican Spec knows where to get it, how to get it to you. Oh, and Mexican Spec, remember I was supposed to talk to somebody here about, I don't know, I should just get on the phone with you because it's too long. Anyway, I talked to people. Things are good. So let's see here. This is, look at that. It's got a built-in phone. 1989 cell phone. The seats are pretty nice.
Them are the luxury seats.
And this, what have we got here?
Chevy truck.
89 Cheyenne is what it says. I'm going to go through the Mexican Spec pictures first, then I'll continue on. Because we really missed Mexican Specs last week. So, it says digital dashes then and since seemed cool in the showroom, but you don't want to live with them. My father really disliked them because he drove some car that he was thinking about buying, and he goes, the sun was on because I couldn't read anything. But I think we're beyond that now because just about everything's a screen now. And I think you can see them, but I don't know. World of Woodchip says Dino Room. Are you behind? I like the Dino Room. World of Woodchip. That joke works better verbally. Yeah, if you're behind, you'll see there's a red line down at the bottom of your screen. If it's not all the way across, pull it over there if you're on a phone, or hit the live and it'll bring you up to date because we're way ahead of that. 89 regular cab, short bed, square, but not sold in the U.S. Oh, okay. 89 regular cab, short bed, square body, not sold in the U.S. Oh yeah, look at that. That's kind of nice looking truck.
Oh yeah. If you're looking for a Chevy truck, a classic Chevy truck, man.
That's a square body I kind of like. Man. Square body's not my favorite, but a lot of people like it, but I can see why I'd like that.
I'll bet you get this truck delivered from Mexico, to the border probably for a quarter of what you would pay for a new truck. And that's a hell of a truck. What motor's in it? Did he say?
He didn't
Is there
say.
a picture of
I'm
it?
gonna guess it's a 350. I don't know. We might get to that.
Even if it's only a 305.
Yeah, if
That's
it's a
a hell of
small
a nice
block, you
little
can do
truck.
whatever you want with it. I think a lot of people wouldn't want to put an engine in a car, but I like doing that, so I don't know. Look at that. Look at the bed. It's got good wood. Did they even put wood in those? Or is that something somebody
That's
did?
custom.
Or is
Yeah.
that Mexico?
Oh, I don't know.
Did Mexico put wood back there?
It is a 350 V8.
Oh, and
He
Dizzy.
says.
Dizzy
There you
Izzy's here?
Does it have AC? Mike asks. I think you're asking a lot. Look, it even has
Oh.
a rear slide window.
And Mexican spec says 350 V8.
And he doesn't know about the AC because information is a little bit slim.
Here's an interesting picture. Look what's up in front of that. Look at the car that's up in front of that Chevy truck. You know what that is? That's
Toyota
one of my
Yaris?
favorite cars. It's a Ford Ka. K-A. Ka.
Oh.
Man, I like those.
Ray of 38 Racing says 87 was the last year for the square body 3/4 ton or lighter. Well, in Mexico, they got them a little bit longer.
Now we're up to this, which is
Okay,
what I
we've
started with.
looped
Oops,
on
now I
back.
went black. I'm sorry. Kim, can you just bring up yours until I can?
I don't have anything.
You don't have. Oh, you can swap screens for a second till I come up with something better. I got to download pictures, and I went beyond my pictures. Oh, CB radios. Oh, Dodges, no. Pontiacs. Silly old bloke from Aussie Ka. Did you get Kas down there? Did you get a Ka in Australia? We didn't get them here. I didn't know about them till I went to England. In 2009, I spent some time in England. There's a guy I worked with, and he had a kind of a silver gray Ford Ka, and it was really nice. Had a leather interior in it. It was a beautiful car. And I told him how much I liked him, and he just shook his head. He goes, "These are girls' cars." And he didn't like it. Man, I liked that car. But he goes, he bought it because his wife liked it, and the girls' cars, apparently he didn't like it. But I thought it was what a nice car to drive. And it was probably pretty easy on fuel, you know. Okay, I'm gonna go back to, I've got a lot of emails here.
Okay. Dizzy Izzy is here. Welcome in. He's going to look at a 69 Fury. I hope it works out for you. That sounds like a really good
Okay.
there's potential there.
Back I've got from Buddy Carafano.
Is that a
69.
Camaro?
That is a Camaro. Is that a Z28? Or is that?
Ooh,
Oh no, it's an IROC Z.
an IROC.
I couldn't think. Who knows what IROC? Who wants some points? Who wants some points? You gonna give points for this? What does IROC stand for?
Somebody's gonna Google it.
Oh yeah, somebody will Google it.
Mm-hmm.
No, you got to get it quickly. IROC.
It's JB says it stands for IROC.
So who knows what IROC stands for?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Yep, Racer. Ray's got it. International Race of Champions.
Oh.
Doctor Goes here. Good evening.
All right, Ray, you get 3 points for knowing the International Race of Champions moniker.
And Hippie Wong knew what it was. And Mexican Spec knew what it was. And Ray says I wreck. There were a lot of them probably
Dr.
got.
Go says anybody who typed in International Race of Champions so far.
Yeah, after that they're looking it up.
Well, they all get 2 points.
Now,
Ray got it in first, but everybody else gets 2 points who typed it in. Good job. If you really want to, you could still type it in now and award yourself the 2 points. You deserve it.
Can everybody hear us? All of a sudden we have nothing down there. The mic is not showing. Do you know?
It's there. It's
last
there.
time
Just
we
quit
messed.
worrying about it.
Last time we
It's
messed.
there.
Okay.
I don't
Last
know
time
why
we
it
messed
goes
with that,
away
that's when we
sometimes.
lost the screen.
I
Okay.
something went weird. I must have bumped the wires or something.
This is an 89 Mustang GT. When I went to work in Ohio, the guy wouldn't pay me very well. In fact, he paid me considerably less than what he hired me for, but I was already there, and I had a real piece of junk for a car. So he tried to make up for it a little bit, and he had one of these exactly like this, except he'd put 327 gears in it, and he put a chip in the computer, and it had a 5-speed manual, whatever they call it, 5.0. I couldn't think of that because I used to call them 302s. 5.0. Man, that was a nice car. I drove it around for almost a year, and then he took it back from me. He gave it to his girlfriend. Would go figure. So anyway, I drove one of those around for almost a year. What a fun car that was. It was 2 years old. I was there in 91, so that was a 2-year-old car.
I can't believe he chose a girlfriend over you.
Chose a girlfriend.
Did she take care of the car?
I don't know. He took it to she lived in Detroit, and he took it over to Detroit and gave it to her. In fact, I'm not sure if she was driving or her son was driving it.
He did it all for the nookie. All right. Mike N says, I knew the answer, but I didn't feel like typing it. Can I still get points? No.
All it says, insurance required oversight from the court. That's ironic. All right. I hope this link works because this seems like a weird link. Oh, it works. This is another 89 car.
Welcome in, Dr. Go.
Sent in from Buddy Carafano. This looks like
it's another Buick.
Another Buick like what we were showing. This one is a T-type. And mine was not a T-type. So this one does have that chin spoiler thing. Oh. Mine did not. Mine did not have that little wing thing on the back. But, man, I like that car. What a nice car to drive. It was really good. And I was living on the east side of Ohio, had a job on the west side of Ohio for almost a year, and I drove that car back and forth twice a week because I'd stay over there. I just lived in the hangar when I was over there working, but I'd come home twice a week, and the guy paid me well, and I had a nice car to drive. Let's see here. Next inspect. I bought a new Fox Mustang in the 1990 year model. It was a titanium color with wheels and dark tint. You don't see many that color. Yeah, Mike N says air dam. Yeah, people call it an air dam, a splitter. They're kind of names for those things. Jay Leno always calls it a splitter. I don't know.
Splitter?
A splitter.
Is that JB's truck there?
Yeah, I don't know. This is another one that Buddy Carafano sent in for 1989. I guess Kim got up and left. She's probably going to get more coffee. Let's see what else we've got here from Buddy Carafano. Did Buddy Carafano leave? Is he still here? There's so much trouble tonight with YouTube. I'm not sure how many are staying and how many are going. Oh, here Kim's got to see this. I'm going to leave this one up for Kim. This is one that Buddy Carafano sent in. Mexican Spec says the 89 S10 Blazer should have the 4.3. Well, the one that JB's Little Shop has, different JB. JB's Little Shop has a 2.8 that's supercharged. Turbocharged. I don't remember which.
He has
but that's
Blazer too, and he's been building a motor for that.
So yeah, but we showed a Blazer here.
What motor is that?
And Mexican Spec says it should have a 4.3, but I don't know. And then I don't know what years.
A bunch of choices.
I don't know what years each one was in there. I don't know what years this is.
There's a 3-point something, and then there's a 4.3.
And Dr. Go's saying he hoped Mexican Spec and his wife are 100% on their health. Oh, Buddy Carafano is here. Air dam or parking block feeler gauge. Yeah, crunch. Tavo, we're both here now. Okay, Tavo, good to see you. JB, you could still get the 2.5 in a 4x4 in 89, I think, last year for it. Yeah, I had the the first generation S10 pickup, and it had my favorite engine, the Iron Duke, the 4-cylinder. I shouldn't say my favorite engine. My favorite engine in those cars. I like that little Iron Duke because they just last forever. Didn't go very good, but they last forever. And Dad's Junk's here. Good day. Says hi to Kim. Kim's doing well, except she walked into the other room. I think she's getting more coffee. Faith says, Kim and Buff, what's your favorite thing about moving? I hate moving. Nothing's good. The only one good thing about moving is when you're done. And then you say, I'm never moving again. Hot Rod Guy Garage, you could get the Iron Duke and the two-wheel Blazers also. Mexican Spec, I worked on a lot of them. They came on. Anybody that bought the 2.5 or 2.8 were idiots. I like the 2.5. I know most people don't. Most people hate the Iron Duke. I don't know why. It's a nice little pushrod engine. Sometimes you had to do timing set on it, but big deal. I mean, they're just... they just run and run and run and run and run.
I had a
you're not going to win.
Iron Duke. I was impressed.
You're not going to...
It went okay.
Not ever going to win races with it. What surprised me was I weighed my S10 pickup with just, I was in it. And I was 200 pounds about then. And that thing weighed 4,000 pounds. It's like, holy crap. No wonder this thing doesn't go. It had a 4-speed manual and a 2.5 Iron Duke. So yeah, it was not very fast. Olive says, I really overcook corners, or I regret owning Cherokee. I don't know. This is other IROCs. Thank you, Dr. Go. Spec. Mrs. Spec is getting better. And Junk, big good day to everyone. Silly old bloke from hi. Everybody saying hi. Ray says, in my opinion, a splitter has a horizontal element to it. An air dam or spoiler are just vertical. Okay. Okay, I'll have to try to look at them and think about what you said. I'll be thinking about that one. Wait, are you guys moving? I think Faith is moving. Faith, I think, is getting her...
Oh,
I think
she's getting an apartment.
She's getting an apartment, and she's moving. So she's curious about what our favorite...
The longer you live somewhere, the more junk you collect.
And I have collected so much here, and Kim has brought so much here. I hope I never move again. I don't ever want to move again. I made up my mind when I moved to this place I wasn't going to move again. And then the company I worked for sent me all over the place. So I lived in Arizona and England and, Maryland, Oregon, all over the place. I just always kept this place. And there was a defense contractor, so they put us in hotels or they rented houses or whatever. So I could do that. I kept this place.
Granddad's Junk asks, is his video on horticulture upside down? Yeah, the whole video is upside down, Granddad's Junk. But that's all right, because you're looking at plants, so it kind of doesn't matter.
Okay, Kim, I left this one up, this Buddy Carafano picture. I left that up for you.
That does look like an 89, because they had a different grill.
What year's yours?
Mine's a combination of an 85 and an 87. Because mine has the motor from the 87. It's a 2.9 instead of a 2.8. So that'd be the same motor as this. And in most respects, I think the vehicles are the same. I think the drivetrain is all pretty much the same.
Yeah. Tim says I have a 4.3 in my 01 Silverado. Almost 200,000 miles. Good little engine. 4.3s are great engines. Mexican Spec says she didn't know what would happen when she bought it, though. The 4.3 was superior in every way. Yeah, 4.3 is that's the one that's like a small block Chevy, isn't it? It's sawed off. I don't think they actually sawed them off, but Talo says, I'm never moving again. The next time my stuff gets packed away, it'll be known as my estate. Yeah, that's how I am.
The next time my stuff gets packed away, it'll be into a dumpster. Because no one cares about none of my stuff.
So let's see what's next here from Buddy Carafano. This is a Ford Festiva.
Oh,
Little baby car.
over at Kiwi's place, they're talking about Brussels sprouts. I like Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts. I like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, you get to talk about food. It happens.
So a lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts, so maybe they'll come over to this channel. So we won't talk about them. Oh, here's another one that's
That's right. Talk about green beans.
89 Pontiac's last Korean import. What was that thing called? They called that thing the Le Mans?
Vibe or something?
I don't know. I don't consider that much of a Pontiac, but I guess they
that's a Pontiac.
branded it as such.
That's a Pontiac.
And then
They build excitement.
And then there's these that a lot of people like, 89.
That's an 89. Oh, wow. That's the old style Grand.
Tavo says that was a badge engineered Mazda 121. We never got the 121 here. Pontiac Le Mans garbage from new. Yeah, that kind of Le Mans. And then Tavo says it's Daewoo. He also said Mazda, and then he said Daewoo. Yeah, I think it was Daewoo. Daewoo had a really bad reputation here for breakdowns.
Mike says, we care, Kim. Let us divvy it all up. You can have it now. What do you want? You know, the worst part about giving stuff away is shipping. I shipped that box out today. It was $30 to ship it.
Yeah, we shipped a box to
It was
Steve.
9.5 pounds. 9 pounds, 5 ounces. It was $30.
JB says Mazda 121 is a Ford Festiva. Oh, Festiva was rebadged Mazda Pontiac. Oh, okay. The Festiva was a rebadged Mazda. The Pontiac was Daewoo. Okay, two separate things. Sorry about that. I didn't understand what was going on. What does this Kim can look like Pippi Longstocking? I don't know what that means. That Wagoneer needs
This is the longest my hair has ever been. And oh my God, everything I own is covered in hair.
I probably shouldn't say anything about that.
Everything he owns is too.
Cleaning hair out of the sink tonight.
Man,
and they were not hairs that were this long and gray.
Oh yeah, no,
they were hairs that were
my hair.
This long and they were blonde.
This car, this Toyota Supra Turbo. These are badass.
I drove the original Supra from the early 80s, and it was a really nice car.
Was it an inline six?
It was an inline six. It was the nicest Toyota I'd ever driven. But that was, oh God, that was like an 82 maybe. And they were, that was when Toyota made cheap little cars, and I got in a Supra, and it's like, man, this is the nicest car I've ever been in. What a difference, you know, and they just got better after that. The cars were so much more refined. Okay, so now I got to download some more pictures. That's going to be there while I'm downloading these. And this is, I'm sorry, everybody. I have huge amount of email tonight. So I'm getting to it.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Thank you, everybody, for sending pictures.
It's not a bad thing.
Viewer participation is.
It just means I have to download them. This is from Ray.
Inspector Bruce says, everything I own is covered in hair thanks to my golden retriever.
Oh yeah,
That's how they show their love. Oh, well, they've got lots more. They've got fur everywhere.
I used to have a golden retriever.
I only have hair on the top of my head. I don't know how so much can fall out, and I still have hair. Like, it's not thinning. Like, I still have more.
Okay. I'm going to go to a black screen for a second here, but it won't be long. It won't be long.
Oh, there we are.
Okay, so can you back that out a little bit, I think?
No, that's the picture.
I think you go down one selection.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, there. Ray sent this in. It's not an 89 car, but it's one that he drove by. It's pretty interesting car. He said a friend of his he was thinking about this. A friend of his used to drive this around to tow his race car. There's another picture of it. And then he was driving, and it was in a gas station, very same car. So he grabbed some pictures of it and sent it in. Look at this thing. It's a hearse. I don't know what year that is. Who knows what year that is? Mexican Spec likes hearses. He likes those big cars. That is crazy. The guy had this to tow his race car with, and then it sat around for years, and now somebody's taking it somewhere on a trailer.
Wow.
So Ray grabbed some pictures and sent them in. I was glad he did, because it's I don't know what a Runza is. What is that? What is a Runza? Some kind of place.
Mexican Spec says it looks like it's a
It's a
Chevrolet.
Ford. No, it's a Pontiac, and Ray says it's a 41. Well, it said Pontiac on the front of it.
Barry Kuda says, I'm guessing Kim's hair ends up in the food. Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
that's not good.
Sorry.
I was cooking something, and it was all my cooking, and I got a big long hair in it. I don't know how it got there. I probably moved it there somehow. Mexican Spec says Superior did make Pontiacs too. Isn't that something?
I think it's a Pontiac because of the hood emblem.
1941. Look at that size of that back door. That is enormous.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want that to open into the wind going down the road. Oh,
no.
That's why they call it suicide. You know why they call it suicide? Because if you accidentally open it and you're holding on to the door, it flies open. Of course, they didn't have seatbelts in, so they just fling you out of the car 60 miles an hour. This is just crazy. And this is a recent picture. I mean, he just took these, so kind of cool.
Unique. You don't see that every day. You might never see that again.
So let's see there's another one. Oh, yeah, the inside's pretty bad.
A little rough.
Needs some work. Okay, so
And when parked.
I'm gonna go back one, because I don't want to look at that. I want to look at that. And now I got to download some more pictures. Kim, if you could.
Thank you, Ray, for sending that in. What do you want me to do?
I'm going to be pay attention to my screen downloading, so you're going to have to pay attention to the chat.
Mike says he ate at that restaurant. It gave him the runza. But Ray seemed to think they had good sandwiches.
Oh, this is an email from I'm just reading. It's an email from Tim. He says he hopes that Mo Parquet is a good sport because he had a picture of her from the back and then identified who it was, and then he thanked her at the end of his video. And when YouTube starts working right, you'll be able to see his stuff. Tim says, I don't think the passengers would complain about the interior. Probably not. But you probably wouldn't use that anymore for what it was intended.
Senior and Sons likes my jacket. This is just my zipper hoodie.
Nobody says anything about my shirt tonight. It is a...
Oh, that is cool shirt.
It is a authorized Studebaker service. Yeah, they can see it. I'm busy here anyway.
That's cool. I've never seen that shirt on you before. Studebaker
well,
shirt. I like his shirt better.
It's getting warm enough
that you can wear a t-shirt.
That I can wear a t-shirt. I'm not in here with 3 t-shirts and a sweatshirt on.
Oh, the color works for me, he says. I hadn't thought about it. It's time to get my hair colored too. You can kind of see a little gray.
You can kind of see a little gray.
Yeah, I started graying very young.
Me too. I turned blonde. See this? I turned blonde.
Ray says it was a Shriners Parade car at some time as well. Wow. And you haven't seen it, you didn't see it for 35 years. Man. Well, it looks like somebody, hopefully, they're taking it someplace to fix it back up and not take it for scrap.
Okay, that. Okay, JB sent this in. What the hell is this?
Chevy. You know how I can tell?
What is that? An 89,
It says XR2.
some kind of a
That's a concept car.
concept
not a
car or
real
something in
thing.
89. Yeah, look at that surround on the bed.
Yeah.
Senior and Son says, but I'm only on my phone until YouTube gets fixed. Man.
Mike, there's a bunch of people who are struggling with YouTube tonight. They must have some kind of internal problems.
Race
get it fixed out.
is a concept car. Yeah, we almost didn't get on here because I figured out a workaround at the last couple of minutes because we couldn't get it going. I thought it was me. Rebooted the computer and still had the same problem. Kim goes, it's them, and I go, yeah, I think you're right. And then as soon as we're in here, everybody's having trouble with YouTube. What is this? It's at the Chicago Auto Show in '89.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, it is such a throwback view. Wow.
Well, you always like these. JB sends these in, and you always like all his pictures.
I do, but I've never seen him from the 80s.
You
The
always
heartbeat
like.
of America today, Chevrolet. Yeah.
JB says El Camino replacement that never happened. Yeah, we're fixing that. Yeah, that's what we should do. Do a newer car, but I don't want a newer car. I was gonna say do a newer El Camino for the next car, but GB, even the concept cars were jelly beans. Yeah, they all look like jelly beans for about a good 10 years. Hey, look at that.
Talladega Super Speedway.
Yeah, there's one of those. Remember that Grand Prix I was showing earlier? There's a race car one.
There were some fast Grand Prix.
And they were shaped, the airflow around that nice, I bet.
Man, why is that in black and white? They had
Don't know.
color photographs in 1989.
They had, what is this mess?
Are those like Ford?
Ford probe and a, I don't know what they are. Are they all probes? Oh, they are. Why would,
Are they?
what kind of picture's that? I don't know. Something
It
JB
looks like
sent in.
proud dealer, like it looks like car salesman in front of it, like maybe they just got the first delivery of them Ford probes.
JB says that was
They're
a
in the
'89 Turbo Grand Prix Talladega pace car. That was probably a fun car to drive. Very good. When
I'll
a
bet.
woman loses hair, it rarely means they're going to end up bald. When a man loses hair, he's going bald. Yeah. Ford probes. Oh, and there's JB sent this. That's very much like that might even be the same car, that one I showed earlier. But yeah, I like those things. Like I said, I know a woman that had one of those. She let me drive it sometimes. And
Man, that paint
what would happen is
red.
she'd drink and I wouldn't. So then I'd drive. So I liked driving that car. That was a really nice car to drive. And it was probably 3 or 4 years old when I was driving it.
Mike says he was at that race at Talladega as a kid.
And here is, who was that?
Mike Ed. Todd Saw's here. Welcome in, Todd.
Oh, everybody's going to start coming in now because like Dean Stevenson's here.
Oh, okay.
That
Welcome in if you're coming in from Kiwis.
Kiwi probably finished. Okay, this
Maybe.
one is some kind of event, pace car or something, with an '89 Pontiac Trans Am or
JB says he thinks
Some
that
kind
might
of
be
Firebird.
a 1990, not a 1989. That's close enough.
oh, this one with the Olivia.
Mexican spec will correct
Newton-John.
us. That's okay.
Friend of mine used to call her Olivia Neutron Bomb, but Olivia Newton-John. You know what? Young males will have all kinds of stupid names.
Yay.
Okay, and later, now that Dean Stevenson's here, I will bring in some of the pictures. To see what happened was, I researched earlier today. I thought, I always show all these American cars. So I thought, what was in New Zealand in '89? And I searched, and I came up with some pictures that were kind of interesting. This is a official truck, some kind of truck, 89 GMC, but I mean, I don't
water
know.
truck.
It's a water truck? Okay.
Uh,
JB sent this in as well. JB Indy 500 Festival Parade. It is a Singer co-pilot there. Oh, and this, here they are coming off the transporter. Guy's got his head out there trying to see what he's doing.
wow.
K. Nelson. Geez, I was thinking my YouTube was hacked. YouTube's got it's got problems. YouTube is full of problems tonight, and I thought it was on my end. It was not. And then as soon as we were in here, everybody's having a problem. Oh, Gasoline Alley at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Hot Rod Guy Garage has a trailer full of rare. Oh, here we go with more. Another transporter with 89 Buicks and probably GMC trucks. What the hell is that? Some kind of concept car. Man, what is that thing? What is that thing? Did he put... No, there's no name on that, so I don't know. JB sent it in, and it's
Mexican Spec noticed that there was some 4-door square bodies.
Oh yeah. But this, if you want a window down where your butt is, don't get T-boned.
Well, that'd be nice for parking.
I guess it'll look down like this. See, I don't know.
You could see the line
I guess
real good.
on a concept car that would be something to do. I guess.
Are we close enough to the curb? I can see. Now they would do it with cameras instead of windows.
Yeah, we used to do it with curb feelers. Now they do it with cameras.
Well, I mean, cameras do make sense that they would be safer than windows for like collision. Trying to make a bunch of extra windows on the door and still have collision safety.
We go with James Garner sitting up on whatever part that's called.
Where's James Garner in? He was an actor, right?
He's an actor.
All right. Sounds familiar.
And JB
Pontiac
says Pontiac
wheels?
Stinger concept. And the Stinger ended up being a...
Rockford, says JB. I see.
Yeah, Rockford Files. That's right. Stinger ended up being a Kia? I think it was a Kia. I wanted one of those, but they were that good. I got the Mazda 6. That Stinger was like double the cost of a Mazda 6. So different price point. Okay, I'm going to be downloading more.
Also a racer, says Ray, James Garner. All right. The people who typed in Rockford Files, they get 2 points. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, let's see. What's next? Okay, I think there's more I brought in from JB. Oh, look at that. And that's what happened to the paint on so many of those.
Well, yeah, they were introducing new, less toxic, clear formulations, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. That's when they started going with the waterborne paint.
Yeah.
I think. I know a lot of them ended up like that. And
cars and trucks of all... Man.
Oh, it's JB says Garner drove 3 Indy pace cars, all Oldsmobiles. Huh. Didn't he
that's JB's car. It's a GMC 89
Oh,
GMC
that's his.
Sierra. I mean, that's a good truck.
Look at the wheels.
That's worth, if it doesn't rust out, it's worth fixing forever. I know people who had gone through like 3 motors on those trucks.
See, and I like that body style. That it's not the square body, it's that body style. I really like it.
JB says that's from sitting out in Texas for many years.
They did that everywhere.
They did. It didn't have to be in Texas. Those paint, that's what the paint looks like on all them trucks. And unless you had it under a carport and it didn't ever sit out in the sun.
And Barry Cuda says, I hear James Garner got around LA in a Lola T70 coupe. That's possible. Maybe you could bring that up. Lola T70 Coupe. Then we can know what they're talking about.
I don't know what a Lola.
And this is JB's engine. Looks just like a Corvette. That looks identical to my Corvette. JB says no rust on mine. Yeah, there's no rust, but the clear coat is bad. All of them.
Well, don't take it out of Texas, because that'll rust now. Oh, look at that. What is that? It's not a crossfire injection.
Oh, it's tune port injection.
Tune port injection. That's right. That's what they did.
JB says it was repainted once. Okay, so this is a Lola T70.
Wow.
That's what James Garner was, and I think that's a great looking car.
Sexy.
Is that a yeah, that yellow one. Man, can you imagine driving that around? That's a cool looking car. Everybody's saying tune port now. Okay, so
Ray says that's not supposed to be in that truck. Well, you know, he's had it a while.
yeah, that one's earlier than 89 because it's got an R4 compressor. And mine had an R4 compressor, and I do not like those compressors. Those compressors are, seems like every one of them rattles. Kim, you're getting up again.
Well,
Can you do something? I needed to get up, but maybe you can do it for me.
okay, what up?
Can you fill this with water?
Yeah, I can get some.
Cold water, please. Thank you. Then I can mix myself another drink. What am I mixing tonight? Not a sponsor. Welch's Cherry Pomegranate. This is good stuff. How did Maverick get into that car? He was a big man. Oh, there's still a little color in it. See that? There's still a little color in that because there's a little bit in the bottom. JB, mine rattles bad, but still blows 37 degree. Yep, that's how they are. They rattle. Those R4 compressors, I hated those things. Because people would bring them in and they sound like crap, but they still work. So, yeah, and then they leak out the front. They just, and it wasn't an easy fix to change them to something else. So many times I wished my Corvette wasn't an 87, that it was an 89, because the 89 had the, you know, it has a little, some kind of Sanyo or something. I don't know what they were. Some little Japanese compressor that worked great. Oh, no root beer, says Tim. I have some Dad's root beer here too. If I go through another glass of liquid, I'll probably use this. So it's the only other one I have here. Harrison F6 Frigidaires rock. Yeah, the six-cylinder, what they call the six-cylinder, well, yeah, we call them Frigidaire. Six-cylinder, those big, long compressors, the ones that were on GM cars before these things, they were great, but they were kind of heavy. But man, did they work well. And they never went bad. I never had one go bad. The clutches went bad a few times, but I never had one compressor go bad.
Sorry, guys. I had to put my glasses back on. I got to make myself comfortable. I am burning out quick. I was out. I took the little pruning saw out, and I made like a trail, and I got the little tractor with the little trailer, and I went out and I got some kindling with the little, and my arms just...
Did a lot of chainsawing, which is...
Not a lot, and it's a little saw, but like I can't do that anymore. Or I can't do that recently. I don't know. Just like, and I was up early. I was up since like 7:30 this morning. I slept for like 2 hours before stream, but I'm really trying to...
Yeah, I wasn't thinking
stay in it. I'm trying to stay in it.
You weren't waking up.
Sorry if I'm not all here, guys. This whole streaming 3 days a week, and
I took a little nap this afternoon, set my alarm for 2 hours ahead of the video of the live stream.
yeah.
Got up, took a shower, felt good. And then I was waking Kim up going, hey, it's an hour and a half. And she said something like, and I saw her light come on, but she looked like she was still out. So But she's here.
I survived. I did it. And I can't let them down. People are going to show up. They want to see cars.
Who in the chat ever tried a Rockersfeld 180 turn by reversing at high speed and then whipping the wheel and quickly correcting so you could keep the momentum and swing? I want to tell a story about that. My son was Special Forces, U.S. Army Special Forces.
Oh, yeah.
And they sent them to, what was the name of the driving school in Phoenix, Arizona? Vintage is here. Tanner's here. What was the name of the driving school there in Phoenix? Who knows that?
Anyways,
anyway, there's a race driving school there. They sent them to that race driving school, these Special Forces guys. And they were there, I think, 3 weeks. And the first day, they were driving a Corvette around this course. And I talked to him on the phone that night, and he said, I said, how was it? And he goes, man, I've been through a set of tires already. Yeah, Bondurant School of Driving. Tim gets it.
Tim, you get
and
3 points.
Inspector Bruce gets it. So
Inspector Bruce, you also get 3 points.
He says, I haven't been through a tank of gas yet, but I've been through a set of tires. I'm like, really? So that's what the first day was like. Well, they drove the Corvette for several days. Then they drove a Cadillac CTSV through the same course. And then they drove these big, like a church van, big Dodge van that's, I don't know how many passengers, 15 or 17 or something passengers. And what they had to do was go 50 miles an hour backwards down like a where a road ended, like a street ended, go 50 miles an hour backwards and do a 180, just like Rockford did, and then continue on. Try not to slow down.
Stunt
and
driving.
He goes, that was really fun. So, they sent them to school and they had a good time. But, anyway.
JB and Hippie Long also said Bondurant, and you get 2 points because you came in late, but you did type.
So
Hippie Long says, hey, I have arthritis. I can't type fast. Hippie Long, you got to get in a game.
So
that was fast, though.
Braden sent this, not an 89. That's a late model Camaro that somebody made it look like a Monte Carlo or something. It's like an 80. I don't even know what year that's supposed to be. Braden sent it for some reason.
Braden.
He sent all kinds of stuff. Is that an 89?
He doesn't know no better. Wait a minute. What is wrong with the hood of that car?
Braden, what are you sending us?
What's wrong? What is that sticking out of the hood of that car?
Somebody made something.
It's a reverse scoop with a forward scoop.
Sideways scoop? I don't know. Somebody made something.
That's just dumb.
Braden, what are you sending us? And then, I don't think that's an 89 either, but that's a Hangster.
Inspector Bruce
if you want this, Hangster has it on consignment.
Hey, thanks, Hangster.
Not a sponsor.
Inspector Bruce says Bondurant used to be at Sonoma Raceway, formerly Sears
Point. I knew guys that raced motorcycles at Sears Point back when I was in the Air Force. Hippie Long, funny AI. No Monte Carlo in 89. AI, yeah. What is this? What is that thing? What the hell is that? Braden, what are you sending us? What is that device? What is that device?
What is that thing?
Sure, a lot of people around it. That's a 71 Monte Carlo, but I don't know why that thing's on it.
Are they installing the front clip, perhaps?
I don't know. Braden sent these. What year is that thing? I don't know. Braden, why'd you send us all these? What is what is that? A 70? That's also a 71 Monte Carlo. Kind of a fuzzy picture there. There's what is that? A 73 Monte Carlo for sale? This is a newer Monte Carlo. I guess he likes Monte Carlos. That one says 78 on the back or 79. Maybe that could be a 79. I don't know. Oh, front cap loader. Front cap. Oh, like you take the whole, like the whole, we call it a clip. I think that's what you mean, the whole front clip off. Yeah, that's what Tim says, whole front clip loader. Okay, that makes sense. And this is a Monte Carlo. I like this, your Monte Carlo. I had one of those on a mini lease for a while, and it was that was a pretty nice little car to drive around. It was the first car I ever drove that had separate heating controls for the left and right, which I thought was stupid, because you get in a heater battle with the other person. One person keeps turning the air conditioning up higher, and the other one keeps turning the heater up higher. Josh Holman's here. Good evening. Oh, here's one of these Monte Carlo arrows. Okay, so I don't know what Braden sent those in for, but he sent them in. Okay, I'm going to go start downloading more pictures. Hippie Long has sent something in. Oh, I see what Hippie Long sent in. This is some current pictures. I'm getting them. All
right, while you're doing that, I'm going to mention that we did not talk about the full-size Chevy from 89 would be this Caprice, right? We looked at all those mid-size cars, but this is what a full-size Chevy Caprice looked like in 1989. There's even a wagon here. We did wagons last week. That's a 1989 full-size Chevy.
Okay.
Who remember? Do you guys all remember those?
Look at the rust. That must be an Ohio car.
In the snow, it's just sitting
that's what
a pile of slush.
In Ohio, by time a car's like 6, 7, 8 years old, that's what the doors look like.
Above the chrome trim, it's rusting holes all the way through.
Yeah, because it gets trapped in there.
All right, check out the chat before you start scrolling through other stuff, please.
Check out the chat. Museum at Fisher Body, building front wheel cars, Eldorado, Riviera, Tornado. Okay.
Says Tim.
Tornado, but I think he means Tornado. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tim said that. I suspect we got two 1989 Caprices on the lot in September of 88. They were strip models and without power seat. You're sitting on the floor. They were brown. Mike N, did you get, this Dean Stevenson says, Mike N, did you get any air in a Caprice? JB says, my Aztec has dual zone HVAC. I rather like it as my wife likes to have the AC on freezing and I don't. Man, you know what? I'm the driver. I'm controlling it. If you ask me to turn the heat down, I'll turn it down a little. Let's see. I had 2 Caprice wagons, says Dr. Go. Silly old bloke says, oh, cool. Some 89 pics.
There's what the dash looked like in 89. Look how futuristic.
Caprice HDX. I don't even know what that is. An HDX? Never even seen that before.
Oh, look at that. It says setup.
Oh, that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. Somebody makes that.
Oh. Look at that. The 85 mile an hour speedometer.
Oh, I hated those things. Well, at least they're graduated in even. What I didn't like was when they went from 5, 15, 25, 35. I made so many mistakes off by 5 miles an hour in those things. You know, government regulation where they should keep
this one has the computer.
Out. Oh, yeah. Now you have a computer. There you go.
It's a stick shift. Man.
That's crazy.
Oh, I didn't know they had.
What is that? AI? It's got a CRT. It's not even that's before the flat panels. Todd Saw's here.
Another stick shift. It's in the same place. Wow. I did not know they made these with stick shifts.
That's a Mustang.
But that is a Mustang. Why is that even in my Caprice listing?
I don't know. But I'm ready to show pictures.
give you back to your pictures.
Yeah, okay, because I'm ready to show pictures.
You're zooming. I was giving you a second to calm down.
I know.
That's right, Mike. A Commodore 64. It might have been a VIC 20. It's hard to say. Okay, go ahead. We got Monte Carlo.
So this is from Hippie Long.
That's them fixing his power was out.
His power was out for what? You said 28 hours? And this is why. Here they are working on it. Real close to his house. This is Fresno, California. You want to know what Fresno, California looks like this time of year? It's green because it rains there. And Amiga 128 says Dean Stevenson. Go 64 button. See, I had a VIC-20 and then a Commodore 64, and I wanted an Amiga. I didn't get one, but the next computer I got, I think, was a what was that thing? It was a Windows computer, but the computer was what did they call those things?
Oh, dang. Look at the size of that crane.
I forget what they called it. It was that way before Pentiums. I don't remember the name. A 286. It was a 286, and there was a 386, then I had a 486, then I had Pentiums. I mean, there's no end to it. There's a Caprice in Saudi Arabia that has a manual. Pretty cool. This is JP. Okay, so this is, oh, there they are. I guess they're, look at that.
Holy moly, no wonder it took them all day. Look at the oranges on the tree.
Fresno, this time of year, oranges. Mike N says I had an Atari 520 and 1040.
Nice.
Faith is here. Wants to know when Mexican Spec's going to go live again.
When is Mexican Spec live again?
Look like a Commodore 64.4.
Why, it sounds like he'll be live at 2 p.m. Mountain Time coming Saturday.
Tim says you didn't get a Trash 80. No, you know what I had before that was a Timex Sinclair. Remember a thing called a Timex Sinclair? And what was before that? Oh, I had a friend that had the very first, it wasn't a TRS 80. I think it was a TRS 40. I think the 80 was the second one. Everybody called it a Trash 80. The TRS 40, I think, was the first one. So I messed with that thing quite a bit. Yeah, there they are working on it.
Wow, I've never seen them put in poles with a crane like that.
So
that must have been some serious disruption happening.
Okay, I'm back to downloading. That was
Mr. Matt, welcome in.
Oh, who is this?
So while you're doing that, I'm going back to doing something else.
There's I'm just got quick here to download.
In 1989, Ford's full-size offering was the Crown Vic, or LTD.
The boxy LTD. I didn't like those a lot. Just didn't like those a lot. I don't know why.
What motor would that one have? Did they have the 4.6 or did that not come out until the 80s?
It says 5.0, so it was basically a 302 Ford.
Oh.
When they started when they started putting the fuel injection on them, I think they started calling them 5.0 instead of calling them
302.
302.
I
think that's when they made the change.
Crown Vic wagon. It says, look, they even had a wooden paneled one.
So Mexican Spec says LAPD had those Fords in 87. They had to get rid of them. They couldn't afford to put shocks in them every couple of months. Was it that bad? Oh, is Luis taking off? Oh, Luis is taking out. Hey, thanks for being here.
And a 351 Windsor. I mean, I'll bet you that the police ones had 351 Windsors in them, mostly. A lot. All right, we're looking at something different. We're changing it out. I just thought I'd go. You guys didn't mention the full-size ones. We've come this far without looking at full-size vehicles.
And this is, he put his real name on here.
I was trying to break us out of the...
Oh, Hot Rod Guy Garage sent
Mexican Spec says, yes, it was that bad. A friend of mine worked at the police station and told me about it. Maybe they needed to put better shocks on them.
Hot Rod.
Oh, it's a Suzuki Swift? Is that what it is?
Yeah, this is the same one that was the Geo.
Oh, Geo Metro.
Geo Metro, but it was Hot Rod Guy Garage. Remember, he sent this in. He built one of these. This may be the car that ended up with a different paint job on it. It had the Buick, the turbocharged Buick V6 in the back. Are you still here, Hot Rod Guy Garage? This may be that car that he took.
He had it for sale. I wonder if he sold it.
Yeah, this is his car, but
That's
that's
his
his cat.
cat.
But that's his cat.
Look how pretty the kitty is.
I like
That
cats.
cat has a very intense stare right this moment, doesn't it?
I like cats. Look, cat's bigger than we are.
So cute. Puppy,
I like
puppy,
cats.
puppy, puppy. Hot Rod Guy Garage is here. He says it's a 1.3 liter dual overhead cam in my Swift GTI.
Well, isn't that the same kind of car you built with the Buick? You had it I think at the first year, the first annual No Name Nationals. That thing was fast and fun. And what was really cool is he lives like in eastern Tennessee and he drove it all the way there and raced it and drove it back.
Hey, don't click forward. There's a lot of comments and some of them are about this car.
Okay, Tavo, that Swift was sold down here. Also rebadged as a Holden Barina, but only in 5-door. Suzuki Geo, yeah, okay. Cute kitty, Daisy. Mike N, interesting shifter. Does it vibrate? All right. Oh, yeah. Tennessee, that looks like a special plate. What kind of tag is that? That license plate. Special plate. Don't know what it is. And then I've got to download a couple more here from Tavo. They're going to be downloaded very quickly, I think. Did that download? I don't think it downloaded. Oh, did this thing stop downloading?
Olive says she wasted a lot of time trying to make that Sinclair's memory expansion not be crashy, but it was hopeless. Sometimes that's... I'm not going to read that aloud. That's funny though, JB. Oh, there's a Ford.
Well, yeah, because Mike N had alluded to that, and then somebody actually said it. Let's see.
Hot Rod Guy Garage says why? Oh, Mexican Spec asks Hot Rod what?
Hot Wad?
Go back to the Swift. You already moved on. There's people still trying to talk about it.
Okay, I'll go back to the Swift.
Thank you. Mexican Spec is being critical. He asks why it has wide rear tires, and I say it's for the stance.
Well,
what are you going to do? Put wide ones on the front, narrow ones on the back? That would be silly.
Flying around a corner in a hurry, it might give you a little more stability.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man,
but the front ones, you notice the front ones are just as wide.
More stickums.
Buddy Carafano says, sent more pictures. I'll get to them.
Okay, you can move forward now.
Okay, I can move forward?
Yeah, I couldn't even read the comment without a picture of the car there.
Tavo sent this in. So this is a Ford. Oh, did he say what it is? Oh, it's an 88 Ford Falcon GL.
I'm so sick of listening to this fan.
Here. I'll turn it here.
Oh, I can't touch it?
No, it has a remote.
Oh, it's 3 inches away from you.
I know, but it operates it correctly instead of just yanking the plug or something.
I wasn't going to. There's a button that you press. It's the same, but that's all right.
He says that we're talking about 89 cars. Not like 89 of them, like 1989.
89 cars.
This is an 89 Ford Falcon GL.
Falcon GL.
In Australia.
They called it a Taurus here, I think.
Okay, and Hot Rod Guy Garage is exactly what I said. They're all wide for handling. And this is, look at that. Is that, wait a minute. I'm going back. Nope, that is a sedan. And that's a wagon. Falcon GL wagon. You guys got a lot of good stuff we didn't get. Would I love to have that? Man, why didn't we get that? Mexican Spec, did you guys get these with the steering wheel on the correct side?
It's just a Ford wagon.
But it's not a Ford wagon we got.
Yeah, it's not like that.
It's a kind of small. It's kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know. And what's it got for drivetrain? Is that a rear driver or a front driver? I don't know. It says Falcon, so I'm assuming it's a rear driver, but I really shouldn't assume. Look at that. It's got a trailer hitch on it. That'd be a nice little get around car. Man. Hot Rod Guy Garage says Mexican Spec. I'm over in the mountain area of Tennessee, which is the eastern end of the almost North Carolina end of the state.
Does look like a Toyota wagon a little
Mexican
bit.
Spec says, no, never. That's a pretty long car. The U.S. had the Taurus. Yeah, but the Taurus, I had a Taurus wagon. I also had 2 Mercury Sable wagons. The second one was a 99. Man, was that a nice car. It was a dark green leather interior. It is the most comfortable car I ever had. I said if I ever got rid of that thing, I'd keep the front seat and put it in the living room. But I didn't. The car ended up getting sold to somebody. Needed the seat, you know. JB, my 85 Camaro IROC TPI got its butt handed to it by a Sprint Turbo one night. I have mad respect for those little pocket rockets. Yeah. Okay, Tavo says last generation be based on the original 60 Falcon platform. So this had springs on the top. It had the suspension like the original Falcon. Man, that doesn't look like there's enough room for that. I'm going to go back. Really? That hood's so far sloped, I wouldn't think that could do that, but maybe there's enough room in there. Not my favorite suspension, but man, that just looks like a nice little car, and it's a rear driver. I don't know. I'd drive that. Okay, somehow I didn't think it was downloading, but it downloaded 2 of them. Okay, I'm going to download more. Buddy Carafano has sent more, like he said. So here we go. Oh, 89 Celebrity Wagon. I had one of these for a while. Dr. Go says, every car I've ever owned had a trailer hitch. I'm old school, and cars used to be able to tow before the SUV and minivan put on hitch. Okay, yeah. I had hitches on a lot of cars. My Mazda never ended up with it. I got a brand new hitch for a Mazda 6 that I never installed. I think we're going to cut it up and put it on the Jeep or put it on one of our other cars. I might put it on my car,
On your Ford.
Yeah, it's not a Ford. It's a Mercury. I keep wanting to call it a Fairmont, and it's not. It's a Zephyr. Just sounds wrong, but a Z sled. Barry Kudo, want to see a beautiful, sleek car? Google 69 Ferrari 312P Coupe. Have you ever done that? Oh, no. Coupe. And a 68 Ford P68. I don't know why we're doing 60s, but...
Yeah, where you no.
Okay,
Staying with the 80s for tonight.
Maybe we'll do 60s next week. Let's see. Okay, Hot Rod Guy Garage says, it's been fun, guys. Catch you later. Okay, thanks for being here. Good night.
Yeah, thanks for sending pictures in.
So this is, an 89 Celebrity Wagon. I had a couple, although this is a Eurosport. I never had a Eurosport wagon. I kind of wanted one, but it's one of those A-body GM cars I had. I really wanted a Pontiac 6000, but just never could find one. What's this? 89 Lincoln Town Car.
Oh, you know what? I was
You don't know what you were doing.
Oh, I already did it. The
Senior and Son calls it a Zephyr with an E. See, Olive says, I had my $200 Duster and a Timex. What did they want? So you had a Timex Sinclair computer as well? Face says, are we excited to have spring come?
Woohoo! Spring!
Oh, I had enough winter.
It's definitely a lot milder here this week.
Oh man.
Like right now, it doesn't go into the 30s at night. It's like in the 40s finally. There's already flowers beside the pool. There's bulbs come up with flowers on them.
We call it a pool because it used to be a pool.
Yeah.
It was a above ground pool.
The wreckage
and it's
of
all
the pool.
it's a wreckage of a pool. JB, I know of a Pontiac 6000 SE wagon with factory 5-speed.
Wow.
Really?
Oh, there's the Plymouth Grand Fury. I brought up the Chrysler. Wait a minute. What year is that one?
This Chrysler? This Plymouth?
Yeah.
It's an 89, it says.
Oh,
Buddy
that would
Carafano.
be.
Yeah, Buddy Carafano sent it in. We were talking about 1989 cars. So
Okay.
he sent in more.
Well, I was looking at the other Chryslers, and then I found this one, the New Yorker. That's a different body platform, though. This is a front wheel drive, huh?
That's a front wheel drive. Look at how vertical that back window is.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing, the squariness.
Okay, Talos says the 89 Falcon sedan had a Watts Link coil spring rear. The wagon was still leaf spring, live axle. Okay. What about the front end? Did it still have the springs on the top? Okay, so I'm still going here with Buddy Carafano.
Senior says, come on, spring.
Different kind of spring. Oh, here's one of my favorites.
Vintage Adventure is back and got a Credit One bank ad. You get 2 points for your advertisement. Is that a Riata?
That's a Riata. All it says sort of buff. I only fixed it so much, but if you wonder why we made fun of Rex, it's because dumb rich kids got those and indeed wrecked them. Yeah. It's kind of how it is with new cars. I really liked these when they were new, but man, they had a touch screen that was still a CRT, so they had something over top so you could touch the CRT, ran the heater, and I looked at that back then and I thought, how long is it going to be before that doesn't work and who's going to fix it? And it really ended up being kind of a beginning of that kind of electronic stuff, and then it probably wasn't ready for prime time, but I liked the cars, Okay, they still have the upper and lower arms, but a strut through the top arm connecting to the lower.
Barry Kuda says, I forgot what the theme is for this evening. We're talking about cars from 1989. We went back to the year, to, just picking a year, because we were indecisive last week.
Tanner says, I'm hoping it's decently warm for my trip to Jamie's. Oh, yeah, you're going up there. Oh, you're not driving. Why aren't you driving? You're a car guy. My plane takes off in the afternoon. Oh, that's right. You're going up there to get a car. My plane takes off in the afternoon of March 13th. It'll be my first flight. Yeah, you're going to get to fly in an airplane. I hope you're on a window seat. You get to see out. That's fun. JV, later Riatas did not have the touch screen. Pendejo, bread. Is that a Miata or a Riata?
It's a Riata. A Miata is a different car made by Mazda.
Okay, so now that we have our New Zealand crowd in here, I'm going to go back and find, I got to regroup here.
But you know what?
I'm going to find some pictures.
That's something that we didn't mention, was the Miata. I think the 89 was a very early year for the Miata, wasn't it?
Probably.
So that's the early Miata, 1989 to 2016. That Miata, very, very popular.
You enjoy it. Mike Kent says, Biscoffs for all. You know what that means?
No.
There are airlines that give away these little Biscoffs cookies.
Oh, Biscoffs.
Instead of giving you peanuts like they used to, they give you a couple of these little cookies, and it's like, man, they just teased me with that. First time I had those, see, they used to give you peanuts, but then people had peanut allergies and all kind of problems. So they started giving those little things. Well, they gave me like one or two of them. Oh, what is this? It just teased me. So when I got home, I got on, I don't know, somewhere, ordered like a case of these things. Man, I was eating those things for months. They were good.
Welcome in, Wendy.
Oh, Wendy's here.
Yeah.
I'm just paying bills. Oh, that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do real soon. I looked to see tonight what our electric bill was because we've been running electric heat a lot. But it's my bill isn't there yet. It's too early in the month. Again, Biscoff's and half a soda. Like one Biscoff and half a soda. Maybe two of them. I don't remember what it was. Okay, so now, Kim, may I do this?
Well, somebody said something about the Dodge Colt Turbo in 1989. Had four-wheel disc brakes and beat the vet that year.
Okay, so while you're doing
I believe
this,
in Motor Trend. My brother had a Dodge Colt, but it was just a little four-cylinder. Little four-banger. I remember it because it was a stick, and I remembered I borrowed it one night. And I had some, I don't remember why I had to go where I went.
Mexican Spec says, can you believe it? Aeromexos gave us little packets of peanuts. Mexico's just old school U.S., man. There's a lot of stuff, except, there's some different cultural things. And some bad guys running around. But Mexico, as far as their automotive stuff and flying, it's like the old days here. Steve Edwards, I got my first UI chalk. What does that mean? Kim, what does that mean? Steve Edwards, I got my first user interface. UI to me was always user interface, but I don't know what UI chalk is. I'm lost. Explain. If you have a problem with peanuts, it's your problem. Yeah, the U.S. is like that. Just all of a sudden ban peanuts from everything because...
Well, they didn't ban it.
A few people have...
Corporate decided it wasn't worth the risk of somebody having an allergic reaction on an airplane, and they were like, maybe we should do something else.
Steve Edwards says, UI check. UI check. I'm not sure what UI check is. Okay, this I showed earlier because I was looking for specifically cars from New Zealand, and this popped up. But I think we've determined this was a European Ford, but it came up as a 1989 New Zealand Ford, so I don't know what's going on there. The steering wheel is on the right-hand side. So maybe you can comment on that. Let's see. This goes the right direction. It does not. This is where it goes backwards for some reason. Okay, so this, did you get these in New Zealand? Because this came up too. I know what it is. That's a Nissan, little tiny Nissan. I'm curious if you got these in New Zealand. And then this also came up, but I think that's older than the 89. It came up for my search in 1989. Oh, Steve Edwards says UI is unemployment, which would have been employment. You got your first unemployment check. Okay. I didn't know where you were working. You just mentioned that you were no longer working, so you're really busy with the CB radios. When English, mine is 212.78. This month it was call here last. It was call. Kim, what does she mean? Looks like a typo. It was cold. It was cold here last month. Gas bill was $289.16. I hate winter. Yeah, we don't have a gas bill because we don't have gas. We only have electric.
Everything's electric, and
electric's expensive. So last year we were up in the over $500 a month. Is horrible. Yeah, Olive limits what it is. Figaro. I don't know how to pronounce it. But this year we've been not running the big heater very much. We've been running small space heaters, letting some of the rooms just get cold, and our electric bill has been about half, but this month was bad, so I'm kind of waiting to see what it is. Senior son, 70 degrees here in Northeast Arkansas, that's Mopar Charger from down under. I don't think that's a Charger. I think that's a Ford Falcon from down under. It looks a lot like the Charger down there, but I think it's a Ford. Dean Stevens says, a nice Torino and Maverick got busy with it. All of 72, 73 October. XA Falcon. Okay, so that's an XA Falcon. Yeah, it kind of has that Charger look, but it's not. Vintage, I have flip, it's a Mexican spec. I have a flip phone, so I can't really use that for YouTube. Man, you got to update. I know you like, like old cars, but man. Mike N, Spirit Airlines, the Greyhound of the skies. And there's times I started taking Greyhound instead of flying because I don't know, it was cheap, and you always meet interesting people on Greyhound. So that's why I brought these pictures up, Dean, to see if you knew what any of those were. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my see what I got in email. Hippie Long Buff. You can check, but I bet you can get a medical discount on your power. Most utilities have it. A medical discount? Because I'm crazy? I don't know. I'm not sure
So,
how I would do that. How would I be?
in
Oh,
interest,
you know what? I've reached the end of the emails.
that's awesome. In the interest of looking at a little bit of everything,
Oh, what is that?
that's concept called Cadillac Solitaire that was out in '89.
You know what I want to do
different.
next week? Let's talk about next week. And not to do much of this. Does anybody want to do concept cars?
We've done concept cars. We could
Have
do
we?
that again.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But we could do it again. It's been a while.
Or do you want to do a year again? I mean, the 89, I don't know. Every time we do something, we have a lot of participation.
Yeah, you guys are great. Thank you.
Look at that Futura, that one up above your head. That
Futura, that looks like the Mazda MPV minivan, doesn't it?
Mazda, that looks like the the Pontiac Transports were probably because of this. Oh, Pontiac Transport, when was that? That was 89?
That looks like a Pontiac. It
Can
says
you
it's a
look up-
VW, but it's got the Pontiac thing on it.
Oh, yeah, that's somebody that know what the hell they're talking about. The can you look up? Oh, Josh Holman says sounds good, and JB says have plenty of concept pics.
Oh,
you see
maybe
it's
we should dial off of this.
Yeah,
Dial
go off
back
of
from
this. So we'll do this next week. We'll do that,
Viper concept.
and then JB says 1990. I mean, we could do that too. Can you look at?
What?
I don't know if they had them in 89. 89. Pontiac Transport. When did the oh no, that came out in 90. I'm sorry, I was wrong. The Transport came out in 90. Because I had a Pontiac Transport, but mine was a 95, which had the good, looked like a Grand Prix front end on it. Tanner just sent in pictures, so I'm gonna.
Oh, it did. Look at that.
What?
It did. It went straight from that concept car into like a.
Yeah, I had one of those, but the first nose looked like that in 89. Look up the 80 or 90. I'll get it out of my mouth yet. 90, 91, and the one up above there, the green one that's on the far right, that one. I had a red one like that had the nose piece that looked kind of like a Grand Prix. I loved that thing, except mine was a worn out piece of crap. I got it. It was well on its way to being a no good car. It was an eBay purchase, sight unseen. I bought a lot of cars on eBay, and that was the worst one. Although I liked the car, I didn't like that particular one. Okay, let's see. I got more. Start having a sneezing fit. Shit. Excuse me. I didn't get a cough drop in soon enough. Okay, Kim. I've got more pictures to show, and these will be
the end.
Tanner.
Aha! Tanner sends pictures. Look at that.
Cat in a box.
In a box, a shoebox.
Is that a shoebox or a water pump box?
I don't know, but if you need to catch a cat, just set out some boxes.
This is what happens when I don't get a cough drop in time. The sneezing starts. Senior son, sorry, I sent an 88 model Ram Chargers pictures I daily drove for 12 years. My Ken, so hard to see over the nose of that thing. Went on for days. The hardest part about that transport was washing the windshield, because you need an arm that's like 3 times as long as mine. So I had like a sponge on the end of like a floor mop, like that, and then I put a dry rag over to try to dry the windshield. It was difficult. And then somebody was smart and came out with a thing that looked like it was a sponge, but it was magnetic, and you put it on the outside, and then you stuck the other sponge on the inside, and you could wash the inside of the window from the outside, because a magnet would make it move around. But I never got one. By then, mine was gone. All right, Mike, N, I understand. So, yeah. Kitty cats.
Kitty kitties.
And there are more. That's how cats usually are. It's like, I'm not working. I'm just laying here.
They're excellent relaxers.
Until the middle of the night. And then they climb up on, I had one climb up on my chest and look at me. I'd be like dozing off on my back. Because I used to sit up in bed. I always sit up in bed to go to sleep. And a cat would start swiping at my face. So I'd scratch the cat, and then I'd start falling asleep. And then she starts scratching my face. But during the day, she'd do this, which is not this. It's this. During the day, she'd do this. Here we go. On your car. Look at that pinto. Off to the left. A pinto. And I like pintos.
Tanner has nothing on topic, so we get cat pictures. He doesn't mind. He'd just be just as happy to get cat pictures. Let's see.
And then what is that behind the cat? Well, I know what that is.
That looks like pedals.
It's a pedal. It's a pedal assembly.
Ray says we had a customer with an APV, a van with 550,000 original miles. APV?
APV is the Lumina APV, which is the same body as the...
Oh, that's a Chevy.
It's a Chevy version of that Pontiac Transport.
Mm.
And Oldsmobile had a version of it was called, Oldsmobile called it Silhouette, maybe? There were 3 of those things. There was a Pontiac, an Oldsmobile, and a Chevrolet. Mike N says, yeah, Pinto. That Pinto happens to be a wagon. I know it's a wagon because I've seen him. The first time I ever saw a vintage, it was in a video, and he was driving that wagon. I thought it was so cool. It's like, hey, and that's his shop truck. He puts all his crap in the back of it, drives it around. I thought, man, I like that. Ray says, I had a big old orange tomcat that always wanted to share my pillow. Yeah,
probably not when you were on, unless you were on it, and then they want to share it.
The Cadillac of minivans was the that Pontiac was a big soft suspended car. It drove so nice, but when I got it, and it was a repo. So, in eBay, they didn't tell me anything about it. It's like they just talked it all up, showed pictures. So when I get there, the window's part way down, and it's stuck, and it's pouring rain, so the inside of the thing's all wet. And it was a big car lot. In fact, the car lot was owned by a company that was owned by eBay. And they had, because I knew who they were, I didn't even look at their feedback. They had the worst feedback I'd ever saw. They had more bad feedback. This is when you used to be able to leave feedback for, oh no, I guess it was a seller. You could leave feedback. It was just nothing but red. I'm like, oh no. So I contacted them, and they didn't get me. I was in Ohio, and their lot was in Ohio. In Ohio, the law is you have to have, the dealer has to give you a title within 30 days. Well, they didn't give me a title. It took me 2 months, and it took me threatening them with legal problems before I got a title. It had no back seats in it. They didn't tell me that. So they gave me, after I fought with them, they gave me $200 back. What's wrong?
$200 back?
Because it didn't have back seats. So I ended up with, the one seat in the back, but I used it. The car drove great. And then the power steering pump was out on it. And I don't know. It just was a whole.
Well, never deal with that company again.
Oh,
what was the name of that company?
They're gone.
We'll never forget about the way they wronged you, even when they're
it was an eBay run. It was their own car lot.
Man.
And they screwed everybody. Nothing but bad feedback.
Now they're out of business.
And they were gone. Yeah, they could. How can you keep going on eBay with nothing but bad feedback? But I didn't notice that until I started having problems.
Ray says at least GM didn't build a Cadillac minivan.
Man, that would have been nice, one of those at a Cadillac. Can you imagine that big egg crate grill up front and everything?
Well, they did start building a Cadillac minivan. What did they call that thing?
I don't know. JB says, fun fact about that movie, Danny DeVito had a Lumina APV dressed up to look like a silhouette. Really? So it was actually a Lumina and they made it look like a silhouette? Because the silhouette was the Oldsmobile version of it. The other thing that was really nice about the Pontiac is it had a different dash. Had the controls arranged that you could reach right from the steering wheel. Had these buttons and stuff it's like a Grand Prix dash. It was pretty cool. I really liked the design. Like I said, I liked the car. I just didn't like that one. I don't have any dirt bikes newer than 77, says Tavo. Tavo, how are you doing anyway?
Thank you, Mexicans. I am whooped. I need to be done.
Okay, so we've been here for 2.5 hours. Is that right? Yeah, that would be 2.5 hours.
We'll be in the shop on Thursday and Saturday, as far as I know. It seems like we'll have reasonable weather, so we ought to be actually able to work a little bit without freezing. Yeah, that'll be great.
JB said something that I'd forgotten. The Grand Prix style dash, yes, and the Silhouette had the dash that the Pontiac did, which is kind of weird. And the Chevrolet had a Chevrolet dash, completely different. And the Grand Prix style dash was really nice. Okay, so.
Vintage has been working on his RM465 lately. And are you putting on a motorcycle work? Are you putting together a video of working on that motorcycle? I'll bet you there's people who would think that's pretty great.
Okay, Tanner sent a few more pictures, but I'm gonna.
Tavo's doing small steps sideways here. Well, at least you keep moving, Tavo. It'll get easier. I think it will.
This will be the end of the.
Stay after it. Slow and steady wins the race.
This will be the end of the pictures, but cats always like boxes, don't they? Or a tube that they can't quite fit in. They'll get in it anyway.
You got the whiskers for that. Mexican Spec is offering to only speak to you in Spanish to make your brain exercise. Ray says, good night, all. See you in the funny pages.
Okay, what are we doing next week?
I don't know. We didn't decide, but we're going to go. We'll have to decide. We will let you know.
No, we have to decide now.
We have to decide now. Didn't Buddy Carapano used to always decide?
It's going to be a toss-up. We need some votes. Concept cars or 1990?
Mexican Spec says factory show cars.
That would be like concept cars.
All right, we're doing concept cars because I'm not dilly-dallying anymore. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, Robbie just got here.
Robbie, you're going to have to watch us on the replay.
Because we are
Come back on Thursday because we're
about out of
wrapping it up.
Okay, so concept cars next week. And
if you are still here, you have made it to the end. You get an additional 3 points for sticking with us. Make sure you check out Mexican Spec on Saturday afternoon. And check out our friends' channels. I'm not going to go back over the whole list.
Kim, I did get my back stressed. Don't know, so you know, on my van. What is this?
Struts. Rear
Oh, struts.
Awesome, Wendy. Wendy's
Her van's going to be
is
nice
fixed.
to drive.
Yeah, that's going to be great. We will talk more in a couple of days. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with myself and Buff Del Campo. And we will be back in the shop on Thursday working on the Del Campamino. And yeah,
Tim's giving you 5 points.
Woohoo! I got 5 Tim points.